let me go. You like to love so hard and then you throw it away. You like to open scars and then you blame it on me. You're someone I can never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. Why do you love so hard and then just throw it away? You opened up my heart and just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me. Never knew how bad it was. Guess you never really cared because you said your parents never gave you hug. And as a child you were never loved. You made me love so hard, but then you threw it away. You like to open scars and then you blame it on me. You're someone I can never be with. You joke about my flaws and weaknesses. Why'd you love so hard and then just throw it away? You opened up my heart and just to close it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Boys, sorry for the sunglasses. It is literally too bright for me right now, bro. I barely got any sleep last night. So I'm gonna start off with these things until my eyes get acclimated to the lights, right? Just for a second. God, dude, my eyes hurt, bro. I need a second, dude. You know what I mean? I'm not even hungover either. I was just sleepy, bro. Like my eyes. Okay, this actually makes me like functional for a second. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Boys, we're gonna be hydrating the hell out of today. And watch some 5V5 1v1 duels, boys. We got ourselves 5V5 1v1s on the evening, and it is beautiful. I love me some duels, man. I want to transition these over onto the beta. I don't know how many of you guys have the beta. I saw Ari last night on the beta. I know that some of you guys actually do have it, like Seavar got it. I don't know if Chillspills has it. I don't know if Chicago's got it. I don't know who's got it. I need to find out. Otherwise, I think I definitely will. Yo, duels are Wrath Lich King, right? All right. Yo, I definitely would consider it once Wrath launches. You know what I mean? Once Wrath properly launches, I think that may be actually real consideration. Am I on time this time? What's up, Sam? Yes, you are, boys. How is everybody doing this evening? Welcome back, welcome back. Let me start you guys off with some good tunes. What am I feeling like for tunes, though? Do we just do the normal stuff we usually do? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I like this one. That's a good tune. Yeah, so we got 5V5 1v1 duels tonight on the EU, boys. So where are all my EU homies at? On Fresh Wrath Lich King? I am gonna be playing myself on Fresh Wrath. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, I don't even know what level, dude. I am barely breaking into it, man. I'm going to snail space, which is, I would love to go faster, but I feel like the only way you go faster is if you just dungeon spam queue, and I don't really know anybody in the realm, so I'm just kind of solo. So I'm just kind of questing, and I'm playing a paladin, so probably the classes are very, very slow start. But I mean, the rest of the talents, I mean, it looks like it'll be really, really fun to play. This has got 30, been working. Hell yeah, my guy. In Vincenza, Italy. What's up, Frosty Foe? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having good, my guy. Yo, EU. Are we hopping on tonight, boys? Let me see if I can hop on them EU servers. We're like doing last night. ZA and Kara gears of heroics. That's what I need, bro. I needed a character in heroic ZA and Kara gear to help me. That's the only way I think a little faster, is if you get somebody to actually like help you. Oh man. Alrighty, boys. We are gonna be doing these on live though, but I cannot wait to do these over on the PTR. Oh, that's actually a lot better. Starting off with that, just getting acclimated. Let my eyes just like just absorb the light a little bit more softer. That was actually the play, bro. If you were playing on the call, we can farm some dungeons. I don't even remember what server I'm on, bro. Like, to be honest, I don't even remember. I am on some server. I'm not sure though. It is a I know it is a fresh realm and it's on NA. So highly unlikely I'm like on the your guys' realms. Technically I could play over on the EU though, like on what is it? With I think it's because I have an EU account and an NA account. The game already instantly gives me like access to the EU and NA regions for classic. But I mean I got a character like at least level 15. I feel like that's more progress that I've done in a long while in classic. I think I'm just gonna stick with that fresh realm that I got going on, right? Just think of it like it's a project, it's a pet project at this point. Boys, 5v5 actually hopping on now. If y'all got groups, let me know, boys. If y'all need to join some groups, let me know and I'll help you out. I'll show you guys how you do it. Also, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I checked out Priest, dude. Priest got potential. I can't say for sure if Shadow is going to be good, but it's got a lot of cool stuff. Some of these sounds not fully functional, but once they are, it could be really good. I think the Dark Ascension build, together with a pet playstyle of Mind Blasting and what is it, Shadowboard Death, that could be really good together. Gotta go ready, my man Arthur coming back in. Hey, my boy! Hey, yeah, let's go. My boy Arthur got a quick duelist, got himself fully upgraded. He's just chilling. He's ready to pop off on you, boys. Arthur is coming for you. He's coming for you. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna hide? Paladins got nerfed though. But are they actually nerfed? What's up, Dark Side Man? Need 4 people? Looks like Karner. Yo, I need 4 people. Yo, Carter's looking for more. If y'all want to join, boys, 5v5 1v1 duels. I forget. What do we do? I had this here. I think it's like this. Is this right? Do dungeon raids. Then, you know, raids, like it's a raids. Yeah. I think I got it right. Atherman, can you double check my spelling? Is Jerks, by the way? I guessed. I use the power of context clues. Derek's in the chat said need 4. Karna in the BNet says need 4. I am not gonna lie, I did forget who is who for a second, so I'm not gonna hide it from you. But I did use context clues. Yeah. How you doing, by the way, Derek? Except you have to go to my guide. Yo, hopefully we'll have you stick around for a little bit more. Last time I think you got like 1 game and you're like, alright, I'm done. So hopefully you're doing good, my guy. Yo, if y'all want to join the groups, we got them listed over on the chat. We got them pinned. But if you guys want to join up, ignore player versus player tab. It's weird, I know. Dungeons and raids. Weird. We're not PvE. We're not doing dungeon. Give me a second. Pre-made group. Raids Legacy. Find group and type number 5 over in the search. And you'll find 2 5v5 1v1 groups. Hey, Helly and Dirks, you guys can maybe put a group together, right? You guys could probably combine. That's 3 people right there. Hey, Heliana, if you and your friend want to join into Carnage's group, I would have him added on Battle.net, so I'd be able to queue him as the team lead versus Atherman pretty easily. So if you guys want to join, find them in Raids Legacy. We do it so that you guys can utilize the cross-grouping, cross-faction capabilities, so Alliance and Horde can play together. You can also join our, in the Discord we have a 5v5 duel community. You can just join there, and you'll be able to join directly, like too fast. If you want to play, you can just join in. If, let's say, like, easy player, if he wants on right now, he'll be able to just be like, yo, he'll be like, yo, Dirks, can I get an inv? And you'll be just like right-click invite, and you're good to go. Chilling. Sorry, RBGs calling something like it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you know what? Get some RBGs, man. Get them done. Get them RBGs done, bud. I get it. Taxi does it all the time. Yeah, if you guys got like stuff you're doing, if you're pushing or whatever, get some pushes done, man. Get some gear. Get that bread. Obliv! Hey! In a group with Atho? Hey! How you doing? Full group? Yeah. I know who you are. I know Atho's group is full. Gotcha. Gotcha, friend. Gotcha, friend. Just need more people for the other team. I believe it's making a return. Hey, I love a blip. Hey, I had a boomie today sustaining 5K DPS in Classic. I don't know if that's a lot or not. It's really close to Rattler's King numbers from what I remember. Weren't boomies like really good? Like, weren't their talents insane in the pre-patch for Wrath? Like, didn't Wrath like revitalize Boomkin altogether? Wasn't that the first time Boomkin became like a real spec? Am I wrong on that? Do you have beta duels in the following weeks? I would love to, Christers, if more people got on the beta. If more people were in the beta. I think a lot of you guys are in. I gotta do like a big like post on Discord, be like, yo, if you're in the beta, like react to this post. I want to see how many of you guys are actually like, how many of you guys are in the beta. Could we get a full group together for 5V5 1v1 duels? Because I would love to, man. I would love to. I think it'd be so fun. The earlier we, and plus they also add a new arena, so I'd love to test that too. But I'd just like to do more and more testing as much as possible. Good one. What's up, Synergy? Good AoE. Hell yeah. Hey, Dirks, maybe you could join Heliana. They got 3 and you got 1. Maybe you want to join them? I mean, Heliana will be lead, but like they'll still have to make you lead if they want to queue up. Because or I had Heliana, one of those two. But that'd be 4 people right there. Easily could turn to a 5-man group. Just needs 1 more. Hey, what's up, Kyle? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful evening, my guy. If you Mikolai, how you, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Hey, how you doing, my boy? Hope you're having a good one. We need uno mas boys over for the 5V5 1v1 duels with Heliana listed over in the raids legacy section. So if you guys want to join up, they just need 1 more. Just in a BG, and then I could jump in the group if needed. You're more than welcome to Loki. Hey, anybody and everybody's welcome to join these, man. We had a lot of these over on the EU last week, and I loved it. I want to see as many of these as I can tonight. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll get some on a name. Worst to worst, I was actually kind of hoping, chat, that maybe PTR will become available this week. Because PTR went down to hopefully get the Dragonfly pre-patch on there. I was hoping that PTR will be up. I don't think it's up yet. But if PTR is up, chat, how would you guys feel about doing some PTR duels sometime? Like EU versus NA style duels. Like both EU and NA regions can play on the same servers on PTR. Like everybody has access to the same PTR realms. So we'd be able to get both regions in here. So we'd be able to do like a Friday EU versus NA duels. And then Saturday EU versus NA. Not just only Friday, not EU, Saturday NA. But put you guys together and against one another. I think that'd be really fun. Don't decide a mini world war. Oh, come on. We did this a couple of times, the EU versus NA stuff, back in 9.1, 9.15, 9.2, 9.25, I think even. Maybe not 9.25, but we did it before, Jake. And it's actually, a lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. Like just being able to just verse against, you know, the players on the other side of the pond. It's actually kind of cool. Evening all and good luck everyone to in the 5v5 and 1v1s. I added numbers in there, Bletchy. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, but I don't have lead. Hey, give me just a sec. Okay. Oh, Gloosh is in here too. Okay, Gloosh or Karner can be lead for this team. Either one of those two could be lead. Yo, Heliana, oh, now he's lead. There we go. Make sure you delist the group, by the way, Jerks. Make sure you have the group delisted. Have it now? I see. Make sure you delist the group. This way that, if we delist the group, that way, like, if I queue you guys up, it won't be bugging out or anything like that. Alright, let me get my duels mix in here while we're at it, since we are ready to go. I like this song, man. I don't know why. I think this song is really funky. Doesn't always fit the duels scene. Actually, no, I think it's got them good vibes, boys. Good vibes. Hey, okay, now we're good. Boys, first duel of the night. Spectator match. Karner. 420. What a name, bro. The grand one. I'm gonna throw you guys on the grand. Still ready? I appreciate you for putting a group together, Atho, and thank you so much, Heliana, as well as Dirks, for joining up. I appreciate you guys all for joining. The arena calls, yo, we take the quest. What if I actually could get like arena calls out of this one, right? Like I'm watching and I'm just collecting like the quest resources for it. I'm just collecting tallies, bro, just from watching and just spectating. Oh, that'd be hilarious. That'd be so cheesy. You just would run to the war games with somebody and arena kids would be dead if that was the case. Ah. I get DF beta today. Yo, I need to see how many of you guys actually have DF beta. Depending on how many of you do, we could potentially legit have some beta duels. I think it'd be really fun. I think that would be incredibly fun. That'd be so good. Sorry about that. I was trying to see if I could maybe do like YouTube background stuff really quickly, but I was like, I don't have time. I gotta watch the duels. Twitch. We got ourselves over for the team one. Dirks, who is not the original lead of the group. It's actually Heliana's group. Heliana's the one who put it together. We got ourselves Sovichik as a survival hunter. We got ourselves Galush, gonna be first up. Oh, they got the big guns first, and we got ourselves Utahan over for the team one. With the team two, one bang. Oh, Believe, my boy, is going to be first up. Immediately goes for a trinket. So, is he playing the blink build? Looks like he is playing the blink build, but he decided to go for a trinket really early on. Going to be Gloosh, trying to see if he can punish him. Kyrian burst is getting set up. Does the Rogue have a Cloak of Shadows? Actually, the Kudo is going to bust it down. Oh my god, the Pyroblasts were actually just melting him. Good thing the Rogue had the Cloak of Shadows ready to go. My goodness, going to be one bang. Trying to see if he can just continue to one bang Gloosh. Try to see if he can literally one shot him. Gonna be a Resonant next to him. Could potentially be an Ice Block. Maybe potentially Cauterize. Trying to see if he can deny the Cauterize. Quick breath of the Gloosh, as he does not have a trinket anymore. Does not have a Cloak of Shadows whatsoever. One bang, just try to see if he can just continue with the offensive Ring of Fire as well as G-Pi. Trying to see if he can punch the Rogue. Rogue does go into stealth immediately. Was that a Shadow Meld? It looked like you had stealth of the bat. Try to see if you can avoid the G-Pi, which I think that's what happened. One bang, super low in health. Critical condition, has to Ice Block as it dips low. If that Rogue's Eviscerate crit just now, that would have been over. But one bang did get everything out of the Rogue. No cloak, no trinket. As long as you can get him in a full Kyrian burst setup, you could have him there. Galush will have to eat the full Pyroblast full on with a Kyrian setup. Firebuster follow, big damage onto the Rogue, vanishes in the last second, does have a Master Burning on it, but that's going to be huge health recovery as it dies into stealth. We see the Darkness as well as the Sipping Up trying to help him recover as fast as possible. One bang picking up the Eye, trying to go for Ring of Fire to try to pressure Rogue. Fire Blast to get him out in the open. Nova, nothing the Rogue can do unless they potentially have summon Smoke Bomb to try to create some line of sight. Too close to the Mage though. That's going to be quick, easy cheap shot as one bang is looking for a bit of a reset. Kidney shot almost lets him off the hook, but it's not going to be easy with one bang saving up. A big Pyro has himself there all the time. Gloosh, does he have an answer here? Looks like he's still playing defensive. Just trying to see if he can hide behind cover as he's just getting barraged and bombarded by one bang. Looking for a bit of a reset. Does get himself a vanish. And that's going to be one bang out in the open with a trinket. Blinks available, so he has ways to get out of these stunts. Gloosh just trying to see if he can maybe wait and just chill for a little bit. Maybe asking for mage food. Likely asking his teammates if we can potentially get some mage food. One back picking up the Eye pretty early on. Just trying to see if he can deny the Rogue any stealth, any cover. But Gloosh is getting himself quite a bit of recovery right now. Looking fairly healthy. Cloak Shadows and trinkets are back up for both of these guys. With one bang, unable to really get himself a Cauterize or a Ice Block anytime soon. Cheap shots back to back versus one bang as Gloosh is trying to see if he can maybe finish him off right there. Quick breath onto the Rogue. Kyrian to follow. Potentially Cloak. Oh my god, the Cloak at the very last second as he dips super low. The Rogue is still not out of the woods just yet though. Could still be Pyroblasted down. Just trying to see if he can avoid the Mage. Is going to be diving in stealth for just a second with the Shadow Meld. And looks like he has been able to recover just fine. Still a Master burning on him. Is that Master going to be on him while the shield is up? Looks like the Mastery, the burn from the Fire Mage does dissipate as the Rogue stealthy shield falls off. Trying to see if he can deny one bang, any kind of food, any kind of recovery whatsoever. All the time is up for one bang. As long as he survives this burst, he'll be okay. He can just reverse all this damage. It is quite a lot of damage. He can just reverse it. Does get to. Gloosh stuck out in the open with a Nova. Has a Vanish coming back up. Potentially could use it in order to break the CC. He'll likely use it in order to see if he can dive away from any kind of abilities. It's going to be a trinket. As he goes into just a restyle, still has advantage. That's a pretty big defensive. Blind available too. One bang could be in big trouble. Trying to see if he can blink away. Cheap shot right after. Oh, but the Rogue does catch him. And he goes in for a vanish immediately. Kajix goes out in the open with a Blade Flurry. Definitely hits him, but the stealth shield, or the stealth effect from Vanish maintains for a little bit longer. During Vanish, you get like an enhanced version of stealth where even damage doesn't get you out of stealth. So taking damage during that short moment, like a few seconds, leaves you in stealth. Unless you have dots. That's the only thing that will really get you out. But like an ability like Blade Flurry, Fender Knives, you're chilling. You're good. You're fine. It used to be like some kind of like a CC effect too, like with a slow. Sometimes. But Kajix out in the open, cheat death available, can go after Glush, but I don't know if he's ready for this burst. Even if you cheat death, I feel like the rogue Glush always has a way to just slice right past those defenses. What is it, cheat death? Like 82% damage reduction whenever you dip super low? I don't think you survive it. Glush, I think, is the only man that literally cheats death. I mean, twice with Kajix, he got hit with that Kyrian, brutal setup, Cloak of Shadows as he's getting super low. I am very much surprised he didn't pre-cloak it or anything. I feel like maybe that's what Kajix is trying to kind of do. He's trying to see maybe if you can get a pre-cloak out of Glush. I imagine like if you got a Kyrian and you cloaked immediately, and then you didn't burn cooldowns, you would just wait 30 seconds and then do it again. This time he wouldn't have a cloak. But I don't know. It is a lot of damage though. Ton of damage. Kajix like Glush just in stealth, dude. For Glush this is perfect because he's getting a lot of cooldown recovery. Kajix, he's just on the prowl, dampening kind of slowly rotting down these boys' ability to heal themselves. As we head into that 6-minute mark very soon. Resonator, does Kajix trinket it? Does he make the choice? It is a tough choice because you're gonna get CC'd by Glush either way. Gonna be an orc. We do see a lot of that stun capabilities of Glush. A little bit more stun resistant, getting a full kit shot versus Glush. Does have Kyrian? Does he have the same damage to match up Glush? So is he going to be able to fear him? Oh, big shots by Kajix though, actually getting quite a bit of damage to the Glush. Grappling away for a second, Blade Flurry, blind on the Glush as it goes in, trinket to follow. Kajix has a trinket of his own. But Glush has an evasion, so nothing Kajix can really do about it. Unless he just wants to open up, maybe get a kid shot at Glush. Does go for the Shiv. Glush is going to be able to sprint out of this. The Kajix can't even slow him down. Try to go for a little bit of a first aid. Kajix needs to get Glush back in combat as soon as possible. The rogue dives to the south. Does find him for a second. Quick gouge. Does he have the kid shot? Does have kid shot? No more trick available for Glush. Does Kajix have the damage though? That is the question. Looks like he doesn't. Gonna back up out of there. Maybe he was hoping to get some procs, but decided, you know what? Since I'm not getting procs, I'm gonna play it safe. I have to play it safe. And now the shoe is on the other foot with Glush at the advantage. And Kajix, the one kind of like chilling and playing stealth game. Glush picking up the eye pretty early on. Actually, he walked by it, but he didn't. I would imagine he just pick it up. I would imagine he just pick it up and vanish. Unless he's trying to hold that vanish for the next guy going forward. It's been going to be in 7-minute mark, and really just a game of like cat and mouse with rogues. Who picks up the eye first? What do we look like right now? Glush actually has not a lot of defensives, no trinket. So really, whoever gets the opener here is going to be the winner, I think. Cheap shot onto Kajix, quite a bit of damage, and it's going to be cheese by Glush. Kajix does not have a trinket. So Glush never burned a blind earlier. So now he's just trying to see if he can just cheese him out completely. I think he went in with a cheap shot, built some calm points. He knew that it was going to be an orc racial, going to have him pretty resistant to stuns. But he's going to go through a full blind, through a sab combo. And the kid is shot. Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to ultimately cheese him. This is some classic vanilla cheese. Quick gouge onto Glush to reverse it. As Kajix trying to show us that he's not ready to die just yet. Vanished by Glush. And Kajix out in the open could vanish as well. And he may want to. He may want to just get himself a restart unless he wants to pick up eyes. Try to go for food. He does have a trick coming up very soon, but I don't know. Can Glush just kill him right there? That's going to be Resonator. Kajix will be able to escape it. Maybe, actually. She just keeps him alive. Trick inside of it. Vanished by Kajix. Oh my god. Glush just did one more global. Kajix just escaped with no health. I am actually surprised he escaped with no health. He literally just was like, you know what? I'm going to let the cheat death keep me alive here. I'm going to believe in the cheat death. I feel like cheat death is a safety net. I almost never use that as like a guaranteed mechanic. Maybe like in dungeons and raids, you may be able to like, okay, so this ability will not kill me, but it'll bring me low. But against a guy like Glush, man, with the Resonator, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Cheap shot onto Kajix, but Glush can't hold him down long at all. Those cheap shots are just not as effective against an orc. They're just way too hardy. Disarm to Glush, waiting to get himself a little bit more of a reset. Good build calm points. Going to be a shadow step on the Kajix with a restyle. Juking him out, making Kajix think that he's still in the smoke bomb. Well done, well done. Sap at Kajix will be able to get the opener. Does he have the calm points for a kidney shot though? That is the question. Kidney shot does get established. Kyrian burst. Does he get Shadow Blades? Does not get Shadow Blades. So it's actually on a retreat. Looks like Kajix is the one attacking him. Wait a second. Maybe Kajix can make something work off of this. He's getting auto text to the wall, which is a bit BM. Blind onto Kajix. Has a trinket in case he needs to. Wait, is Kajix gonna win this? Wait, it looks like this is the first time I've seen Glush play super carefully around the rogue like that. This is actually a much closer game than I imagined it would be. But who's going to be the victor at the end? Kajix is out in the open. He has a trinket. Gloosh has nothing left at all. Does Kajix have any damage whatsoever? He got some cooldowns going back up. Shadow Strike by Gloosh, just building for combo points. Getting a shot into Kajix. Trinkets out of it, trying to get himself some damage going. And that's going to be a blind onto Gloosh. Getting the shot, full burst. Does he have everything he needs in order to make the damage happen? Trying to see if he can blast out Gloosh. Is it going to be enough though? Gloosh has got a low in health. Vanish right after. And Kajix trying to see maybe if he can find him. Going to be Blade Flurry. Does clip him, but Gloosh is still in stealth with the stealth shield keeping him safe. Kajix and Gloosh are both super low. Why is this such a close duel between the Outlaw and the Subtlety? How? How does it ever get this close? I feel like normally Subtlety always wins. Resonator, Kajix may be dead. Unless he gets himself a Cloak of Shadows, sipping up as he gets super low with the Kyrian. But Gloosh does end up taking him out. Eventually that Resonator, I mean, that thing just wins. That's Subtlety rogue for you. Kiosk is going to be up next over for the team 2. Trying to see if you can tussle with my man Gloosh. He has been able to beat the rogue before, but we'll see if he can do it again this time around. Trying to go for the eyes, keeping the pet over to the side, just trying to make sure the pet is nowhere near Gloosh. He's trying to make sure the pet doesn't really get sapped up as easily. So you don't want to keep the pet like next to you. Because if you stun the pet while it's trying to give you a defensive, that could be really bad. So as a hunter, it's not really that big a deal. It's not as big a deal as it controlling the Warlock's pet who has a crack control effect to it, but it is kind of important. Gloosh does have it back in the stealth, and it's really going to be a stealth game until Gloosh decides, you know what, I'm ready to play. It looked like he had Shadow Blades. Like he committed actual Shadow Blades. He's trying to hang out by the pet. You know he's trying to. Get a shot to Kioska, trying to go for the big carry and burst setup, actually getting quite a bit of crits. Does he continue the pressure though? Freezing jump into Gloosh immediately. This way Kioska gets a moment to recover, but at 38% dampening, you're only going to recover so much. This is where the maximized damage is probably going to be better. The best offense is a good defense at this point, because healing just becomes less and less of an option. Especially as the game goes further into dampening. Gloosh is avoiding the death shotgun completely. Actual full evasion, I think dodging a lot of it. Big setup into Kioski yet again. Does he have any more defenses? Trying to go for human racial in order to get out of the CC. Gloosh is getting ahead with a harpoon. Freezing trap before the blind comes out from the rogue. This way Kiosk can use to take control of the situation. So far, this rogue has been able to run amok. Gonna be a reset for Kiosk. Get himself some camo. Find himself an opportunity to get as much healing as possible. Gonna be a flare. He knows exactly where Gloosh is at. So Gloosh got options. He either can go behind the pillar and try to reposition away from the traps, or maybe pick up the iron so you can see Kioska. Kioska making sure to throw a couple of grenades in the back of Gloosh. As long as he can keep some kind of dot rolling on this rogue, he'll be okay. That's where Gloosh needs to get himself that shadow step, stun onto Kioska. And I think he'll be in a fantastic spot. Cloak of Shadows, try to see if he can avoid the Hunter's Mark into a shadow step. Interrupt on the flesh scout, get a shot onto Kioska, resident to follow. I think it just might be over. Oh, he just had to separate him and the pet for just a moment. Did you blind the pet? I think you just might have blinded the pet. Blinded the pet, stepped over to the hunter, stun locked him, and took him out. And Throws is going to be next up over for the team 2 as a Shadow Priest. We'll see if the Shadow Priest has any way that he can potentially fight off this rogue. 13 minutes into the duel, 47% dampener. None of these competitors are getting a lot of healing. At this point, whenever you use your Disperse, Cloak of Shadows, Evasion, CDs, CC, anything is going to be crucial. Timing is everything at this late into the game. And going to be immediate fear for Throws. As he sees a Shadow Strike, he knows there's comp points on this rogue. He went for Shadowboard Death in case there's something. Now I'm actually wondering, well, I don't think you would expect like a sap or a blind out of the rogue. Shadowboard Death is an interesting choice though. Thrones actually gonna get himself super low though. Oh, what? Oh my goodness, Gloosh is just absolutely slicing and dicing this man up. The Shadow was able to get a little bit of pressure onto the rogue. That's gonna be a quick sipping up to try to see if he can reverse some of the damage over time from Throws. And the Shadow Priest that needs to get himself a full flesh cap. Gloosh is just looking for a complete recovery behind the pillar, trying to use that stealthy shield in order to offset a lot of the dot damage into that absorb instead of his health bar. If he's able to re-stealth over and over, then he'll be able to completely absorb all that dot damage and get himself a proper reset. Throws pushes in, but a quick sap is going to greet him. Does not have a disperse this time, but does hold on to a normal trinket dump. So you could potentially Trinket, get a fear onto Gloosh. He is going to go for a Obsidian Void Eruption. Big Shadow crashes. Gloosh is going to get CC'd by one of them at the very least. And that's going to be Gloosh. Try to see if he can blast out Throws. Can he do it though? It's going to be Kid Shot. Mad damage onto this Priest. Actually just slicing him in two. A Throws left at no health whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Atho, man, is the last man left. They're trying to see if he can stop the Rogue. Quick stun. Rogue got no trinket. Trying to go for a big hammer setup. Does he have the final global? Rogue with a cloak shot his hand. The man is actually just unkillable. I can't believe it. Atherman picking up the eye as soon as possible. Was expecting for the Rogue to be right next to him. He should know the Rogue is next to one of these pillars, but which one? If you pick the wrong pillar, you can get sapped up by the Rogue, and there goes the sap as Gush had to get aggressively in there. Decided to get right next to him, hit him with the sap, reposition immediately. As he got a little Kyrian boy chasing after him. Flash cow for Atherman, just trying to see if he may be able to use that shield in order to give himself a little bit more longevity here. Just so he can go as much aggression as he can, commit as much damage, as many resources into attacking Gush, trying to see if he can put him in the grave instead of trying to go for self heals with Holy Word of Glory. I was about to say Holy Light, but that doesn't really cost resources. Glush with the Shadow Blades. Kidney shot onto Atha, breaking through a flush cut immediately. Bubble out of Atha, just trying to see if he can immune the damage. Straight through a stun onto Glush. Does have a trick, but does he burn it? Looks like he holds on to it. Evasion, he's just dodging, trying to hold that he doesn't get slapped down by any holy spells which go through that defensive. And Glush finds himself at no health whatsoever. Does he have anything left? Trying to stab it past Atho. Get a shot, but Atho does break out of that kidney with a human racial and cleaves down Glush. This man was able to actually do something versus Glush. That took a second though. Man, Glush is a hell of a competitor. Atherman doing a friendly wave to Dirks, but Atherman just spent quite a bit of cooldowns just now. Quite a bit. No more bubble available. Wake's coming back up in like 25-ish seconds, so maybe he could have some counter pressure. Dirks is walking into this one as yet another sub-rogue. We just watched the sub-rogue play. And into immediate blasting protection by Ather, just does not want to chance it. He sees the Shadow Blades, he wants to pop a defensive immediately. He has a Shield of Vengeance as well. He just wants to make sure he denies the Rogue any kind of opener, any kind of early advantage at 68% dampener. It actually blasts out Dirks by quite a bit. Dirks does not panic, does hold onto a trinket. Gonna be a quick sap onto Ather. And this is where it's really up to Ather to hopefully survive this burst. If Dirks has a Resonator though, if he has a Resonator, denying the Resonator with the Aegis, early Aegis forcing Dirks to maybe delay. This gives Atherman an opportunity to maybe get himself bubble back a little bit quicker. Maybe a few more seconds to get human racial back up and running. Maybe an opportunity to maybe get other cooldowns rolling as well. Getting a shot onto Ather, does not have a Resonator. This could be a survival moment for Ather. Into a Hand of Freedom. Try to see if I can avoid the Rogue who pre-cloaked. Ather super low though. And I think it may be over. Maybe. It is over. It is over, boys. Oh my god. Glitch with the 4. Are you kidding me, my guy? Also, you did about 1 million healing as a rogue? Blasphemy. I feel like that's where you know the rogues that may be healing a little bit too much. A little bit too survivable, am I right? Boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? Oh my god, dude. I had to do it. I had to. I was trying so hard not to call, boys. Hold on. I don't think I even got it that. I don't think I even cleared anything up with that one. What the hell? I got a tickle in the back of my throat, man. What's Tickle doing there? Which TV Tickle? 250. Wow, we got a 250. Still ready? All right, after solid good. Dirks, let me know if the team is still ready. What's up, Mika? Hi to my guy. Hunter's the fastest dying class. They are kind of squishy. That's true. I feel like Shadow Priest and other classes does pretty quickly. But like, if you're talking about like the overall game, not just PvP, yeah, Hunters definitely do die pretty quickly. Tickle, yeah. We here? Oh, let's go, boys. I guess I'll throw you guys into random arenas at this point. And hopefully we'll get somebody besides just Glues playing this time, right? Because we got all these beautiful boys over on Team 1. Team 2 definitely wants to give a chance to play as well. We got Heliana, we got Dirks who barely get to play. Savicic also needs to get a chance to play. Uta, Watakan? Oh, Takan? Watakan. Uatakan. I'm gonna probably have to give you a nickname or something. I just can't imagine like going for like going my fast-paced commentary. And how do I say Uatakan every single time? I just feel like that it's just like it just kind of like knocks the breath out of me every time I say it. Atakan? I guess Atakan would do it. I guess if I call you Atakan, I'm just trying to make it easier on myself, dude. I'm bad with names, bro. I'm bad with names. But if you guys watch me on the regular, you know that too. You already know. So Twitch. We got ourselves Team 2 together with Athel. Man, on that team, we got ourselves Kajix in the back as well as Kiosko the survival. One bang on the Fire Mage Kyrian last time, but I don't know if it's maybe Kyrian this time. And we got ourselves Thraz going to be first up as a Shadow Priest, delving into the arena. But who is we going to be going up against first? It looks like it's going to be not Heliana, not Taka, not Glush, not Dirk, so it's going to be Sovechik as a survival hunter skulking around, basically a rogue. Necrolord for Necrolord, so it's got both of them got defenses, and it's going to be immediate opener by Sovechik with a normal trinket and a fear by Throws, just trying to see if he can reduce some of the damage where Sovechik he goes for Throz keeps going for a Shadowboard Death a lot. I'm not really sure why. Maybe just for instant cast damage, or maybe it's trying to break CC. I usually see people go using this for break at CC. Stunner to Sovechik, got a lot of damage on him. A bunch of fiends and shadows attacking him all at once. Gonna be a quick medic advantage, but that fiend is just trying to see if he can just ravenously fight through the shield. And Sovechik took quite a bit of damage there with a stun. Mages to the dead around the corner, but does fade at the last second. And Sovechik is just trying to go for a little bit of a reset. Sovechik, right? Sovechik. I think the name Sovechik. I think it's a word. It's a Russian word for like advice. So every time I see saying Sovechik, I keep thinking of the word advice, but I'm connecting to it. I'm connecting my brain the word advice, so like to give advice. It's hard for me to connect it to like a name. Almost makes me want to give it like a nickname, like Sovi. Actually, I kind of like Sovi. Sovi sounds good. Gonna be a Shadow Crash, but Throws ass is looking out for Sovi, picking up the eye. Another Death Shock, I'm waiting for him with a stun. He got the Death Shock and stun combo ready to go, and Throws. You're just gonna have to hit him with that quick fear, trying to go for a bit of recovery. Definitely needs to get over there and put some dots on the pet, as well as the hunter. Quick stun to follow, to try to see if he can put the VT probably on him and the pet, and he's gonna drop down the Necrolord. What's it called? The Necrolord dot, which spawns in the Mages of the Dead. Where is the Mages actually? Wait, does the Mages not spawn in? Huh? Wait, did you kill the Mages? Sovechik actually is not looking all that good right now. The Shadow continues to blast right at him as he's just dipping down to dots and goes behind the pillar for a quick second. So it looks like the Mages was there somewhere. I just couldn't see him in the thick of combat, but he was there applying some pressure onto Sovi, who is going to go for a little bit of a reset. As soon as you're playing around these pillars though, for Throws, this is not exactly where he wants to be, because the tar traps are going to slow you down, the steel traps are going to pin you into place, the freezer traps are going to freeze up all movement. And for Sovi, he can just run around these pillars constantly with the Feint Deaths, removing all those dots. So this is definitely not the situation that Throws wants to be in. He kind of needs to find a way to get Sovi out. Sovi trying to see if they can reposition, but they are in the camo. This could be an opportunity for Throws to pick up the eyes and either find Sovi out in the open. If they can catch him in the stun, to be perfect. Death Shock with a stun. Throws decides to trick it out of it. Let's see if a trick fear to follow. Stun onto Sovi, who does choose to break out of it. That's going to be PI as Throws is trying to see if he can get himself full Army of the Void, summoning up the Void Balls to attack Sovi. Does hit him once, hits him twice, that's a lot of damage. Quick shit, oh my god, the Shadow Death taking him out. Throws decided to go for a couple of those goes. And the shadowy throws do consume the hunter out in the open arena. As soon as he walked away from a pillar, this is exactly what Throws needed. This is why hunters just hug the pillar and stick to it like it's their safety net, because it essentially is their safety net. Who's going to be up next? We got ourselves Dirks over in the back. We got ourselves Heliana, potentially Taka. One of these boys are going to have to go. Versus Throws, who's ready for more, man. He just consumed only one. I like your mug, by the way. I like that. Is that the new version of the helm? Is that the TBC version? No, not TBC. Actually, is that the TBC version of the helm you got going on? Or is that the Legion version? I can't even tell. With the void form and all. Looks like Team 1 is trying to figure out who's going to be next. Take it to the side, boys. Or maybe they're waiting on like Heliana or something. It looks like Glush is looking at Heliana like, hey, are you awake? Hey there. Heliana is looking back at Glush though. So I think they're still trying to figure out who's first, who's next. Someone coming next round? Really, Nuxa? I'd love to see it. Don't spoil it for me, but I wonder who. I mean, it's like I call Khan. Okay, I could do Khan. I could do Khan. Yeah. So who is it going to be next? I see Dirks, Glush. Looks like it is Dirks. I guess they're just sending him out. They're trying to figure out who's going to be first and next. That is going to put the game a little bit into dampening. Like a whole minute to cut out. Sup, Dal, bro? Glu's going to dominate again, probably. Probably Rado. Immediate cheap shot opener onto throws, but he does hit the rogue with a quick fear, forcing him to run the opposite direction. Hits him with a Shadowboard Death. He keeps hitting these points with a Shadowboard Death. I wonder why. Is he running like a Shadowboard Death, where Shadowboard Death consumes some of the dots, some of the damage of the dots? Is that the Lego you're running? I mean, potentially it could be why he's using it. That could be the play. Shadow Crash onto Dirks is going to hit him with a slow of Mind Flame. Mind Flame is actually quite valuable right now for Priest. Not only for the slow, but also proxy tier set a lot. Dirks is just trying to see if he can find this fiend from the shadows as throws goes for a flesh cap. It is going to force Dirks from behind the pillar. It is going to go for a quick stun. His throws is going to find a way to deal with this. Does go for a disperse as he sees the Shadow Blades out of the rogue. And is looking to just chase with the disperse after the rogue. Maybe see if he can get some dots on him. Quick shiv is going to try to see if he can... Do you shiv him? I don't know if you actually shived him because it looks like this man is not slowed at all. I swear to God I saw Dirk shiv just now. Has a unique animation. Like a very subtle. Stun onto Dirk as he goes in for a Shadow Step. Get a shot onto throws as the trinkets for it. Throws doesn't really have much to work with unless he wants to burn a trinket here. But most likely has another CC, maybe other defenses. Gonna be a full Void Eruption as Dirks goes in with a cheap shot. Oh, those Void Eruptions were about to hit Dirks, but he does collect the shadows just to make sure he lands on the kill on the Priest. With Kiosk going to be up next, the pet literally walked up to Dirks, it sniffed his hand, and walked away. I don't understand why. That pet was literally next to you, and how the game lets you stealth is just unreal. It's like, man, what an advantage Rogue's gotten. The pet literally walked in, licked your hand, walked away. There's a raptor out there that was just trying to be a good boy. Flare onto Dirks, he's out in the open. I'm actually surprised that Dirks didn't immediately stun him, but the pet was around the corner, wasn't it? Stun onto Kiosko, but Dirks is playing defensive. Another reset, but he is still out in the open, or at least he is still visible to Kiosko. Picked up the eyes. Dirks dropping down a smoke bomb, but it's not going to stop. The pet stun with the Death Chakram. Does Kiosko have the damage? Looks like he doesn't. Backs up out of the behind the pillar, letting the Death Chakram do its work. Evasion by the road. Kiosko doesn't want to do anything with that. Just going to drop down traps on the Dirks, making sure there's a 100 mark on him. He's not going to let this rogue get away into stealth. As soon as the rogue dives into stealth, this is the sanctuary. This is where they get all the recovery, just by sitting in stealth, hiding from sight. Trying to see if he can punish Dirks. He's a cheat death, man. He's a death's door. This man could be going down in a single go. It's going to be kill shot around the corner. Dots are rolling in. Does Dirks even survive this? Trying to see if he can go for a stun onto Kiosko, but a grenade is going to be in right afterwards. Trying to get the stuns back to back. Dirks, how are you alive? You have grenades rotting you down. You have shrapnel in your eyeballs. You have a poison sting in your arm. Like, you have a bleeding wounds. How are you alive? You have all those dots rolling on you. Khan going to be up next versus Kiosko, trying to play that. I like it. Not my favorite playstyle. Not a playstyle I was ever good at. But that goes the Venthyr Mage with the Mirrors of Torment. I'm not great at it, but apparently it's really, really good. Pyroblasted with a combustion, trinkets out of it. Kiosko be in a bit of trouble, trying to go for a bit of an Aegis. Is going to try to see if he can dampen the flames a little bit. Just got himself the fire blanket. And Khan is just continuing to blast him out of Fitting Stones and Pyroblast, but it's not enough. That Aegis Trinket is doing quite a lot of work. Quick flash cut around the corner for Kiosko, as Khan is stuck in a steel trap, just unable to go anywhere. He has it all the time. He wanted to use that all the time to see if he can catch up back with Kiosko, but he just couldn't. Steel trap, pinned his foot. With a poly out of that breath, Khan at least get himself a bit of a reset with another G-Fire, hoping to maybe crack through the flash cut pretty easily. Does get to evaporate it, just literally makes it invisible. As a full death check flying right through. Is there a stun by Kiosko? Looks like if he has a stun, then maybe the pet. Oh, there goes a stun. So I think maybe pet will CC for a second. Khan just goes in for a quick ice bug that he doesn't want to deal with Kiosko whatsoever. He'd rather go for a bit of a reset. So for Kiosko, he has to wait until another stun, or maybe if he can get some dots on the Khan, maybe those dots can rot him down. Those dots weren't really doing that much of rotting down versus Gloosh though, versus Kiosko. But maybe they'll do something here. Gonna be Mirrors of Torment again versus Kiosko. Pyroblast flying through. Kiosko with a quick feint death, removing this Mirrors immediately. That is super unfortunate. That legendary effect is going away in Dragon Fight though. So for Khan tried to set up a Mirrors of Torment, so then as Kiosko fights back, he'll end up giving Khan more procs. Like that whole playstyle just goes out of the window immediately. Did I say Kajix? Or did I say Dirks last time when I talked about a rogue? Khan, super low in health, does get a cauterize. I just kind of caught myself thinking, did I say the right rogue or wrong rogue last time? I'm not even sure. But Khan is just in big, big trouble. No icebuck, nothing. Brother of Kiosko, but a kill shot does snipe him out. With Gloosh as the last man standing over for the team one. Wait, where was the hunter? Heliana never got to play. Maybe that's why. That's why we're looking at Heliana. They're probably like, wait, Hellion, are you playing or not? Hellion probably AFK, which is unfortunate. Gonna be a cheap shot onto the bed. Kinder shot onto Kioska with the Resonator right next to it. Kioska decides to go for human racial, and it's gonna try to see if he can freeze down Gloosh on his approach. Stun versus Gloosh. This is where Dashak can make a big play. Gloosh is gonna go for a trick and try to see if he can maybe capitalize the damage onto Kioska, take that momentum in the Shadow Blades and just finish the Hunter off. It's gonna be a quick Aegis that actually helps Kioska live a little bit of that Shadow Blades damage. Not the biggest defensive versus the ability, but hey, anything at this point is worth it. You definitely want to dampen the Rogue's burst as best as you can. Gloosh back behind the pillar, not really in a worse spot. Like right now, Pets and Dasic on him. We've seen for Rogues, it's not really a problem. It's not really a problem. They can literally be right on top of you, stunning you, rotted, fully dotted, and they'll still just live somehow. And Kioska's trying to see if he can avoid Gloosh. Maybe land him into a trap or two. Trying to see if he can avoid his approach for a little bit until he can recover some cooldowns. No human racial, nothing. Shadow Step onto the pad, but it looks like a Gloosh. I think maybe was trying to Shadow Step towards Kioska, but maybe didn't get him. That's going to be Flare still down. Freezing Trap's ready. At this point, Kioska, I think he needs to find a way to stand on top of Freezing Trap. As Gloosh goes for the opener, freezes himself, allows Kioska to get the stun, and that's how he'll have an advantage here. Kinder shot. No Freezing Trap to stop him. Pet Sack, maybe the only thing keeping you alive, but is it going to be effective though? You're hoping that the Rogue gets a lot of crits at that point. Stun onto Gloosh with a Death Shackle, bunch of grenades, Steel Trap, but the Rogue breaks out of it fairly quickly. And Kioska with the Freezing Trap, at least get himself a little bit of reset, at least puts the Rogue on ice. But unless you can counter the Rogue right here and keep him in combat, keep him in the play, keep him out of stealth, it's going to be kind of rough. Did not get a Hunter's Mark on him, which is super unfortunate. That or the Hunter's Mark ran out at the last second. But this is where Kioska is going to have to go for a bit of a cat and mouse game all over again versus Gloosh. Try to see if we can find the mod as we head into that 11-minute dampening. Yeah, you opt in. Ricky, I can maybe look up how to opt in. I can give you the link in just a second. Howdy, my dad. What's up? Sorry, I do, my guy. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a great evening, my guy. I'm waiting for these boys. Let me see if I can find the link. Here we go. Here's how to opt in for the beta. Here we go, my guy. I pre-ordered the game, how to access it. You don't get a beta just by pre-ordering. There's no guarantee you get in the beta. All you can do is sign up and hope you get in. There's no guarantee, my guy. There's never been a guarantee. Yeah, it's not like a guarantee. It's not like any other games where it's like, oh, give me your money. Hey, you can play the early version. No, I just think it's better than like it makes it. It takes off a lot of the pressure from like, oh, I feel like I have to pre-order now just to get access to the beta. I'm not a big fan of game companies doing that, so I'm kind of glad Blizzard didn't do it for those reasons. Stun onto Kioska, Gloosh with the Resonator. Does Kioska have an answer? He has himself the Pet Sack, but his pet's just looking at him. He's like hoping, whisper in his ear, survive, Kioska, survive. That's all I can do for you. Is just watch you, look at you, and hope you get crit. Now's the only time I can even take any of those hits from you. That Resonator can't crit anymore, so it actually makes the Pet Sack a lot worse. Gonna be Kioska just absolutely getting diced up right now. Gloosh picked up some new cutlery here. He's just trying to get some uses onto Kioska. Trying to see if we can butcher this Hunter down in the arena. 50% dampen him. 13 minutes into the duel. Steel Trap around the corner does get Gloosh in combat. Dotted. But he's still trying to find stealth somehow. And it's going to be a reset. But Kioska, can the pet attack him? Can the pet attack him? Aegis, does it help you? Gonna be Kioska with a trinket. Freezing Trap onto Gloosh. Does he have any damage whatsoever? He does not have coordinated so for a while. He's definitely going to have to be very careful with how he uses his defensives and CC. And burst for that matter, because if you go for like a proper setup, just lock down Gloosh for long enough, maybe go Death Checker first, then a stun, then use your old bursty abilities, maybe see if you can pre-set up a grenade, a big grenade throw. You may be able to get a bunch of bursts onto this rogue, but for Kioska, it's gonna have to be like very careful play. Stun really early on with the Death Check him, throwing out the grenades, letting the stuff work. That's going to be a big explosive. Gloosh with a smoke bomb, trying to see if he can approach Kioska. This is a Shadow Step, but it's going to be Steel Trap to stop him. Vanish for a second with a sub to Kioska. Pet Sack, that's the only thing that's keeping him alive. If the rogue crits, maybe he'll stay alive from it. Going to be Feign Death for a second. As Kioska gets him with a cheap jet yet again. Freezing Trap on Gloosh does not have a trick as Kioska, no help whatsoever. What do you do in this situation? I think you just go for Flushka, Manic Bandages, Camo, whatever you can. At this point, that's all you can do. Kioska at this point just waiting. He can't do anything. Gonna be Shadow Strikes onto the pet. Maybe Gloosh is hoping to take the pet out. Getting a shot into Kioska, unless you have human racial, I think it may be over. Does Glitch have the damage? Cheap shot to follow. Kioska with a turtle trap, a turtle and a trap on the last second. Glitch has the chicken coming up in 10 seconds. How is Kioska still alive though? 14 minutes into the duel, 60% dampener. Kioska's barely alive. How do you... I don't know how you come back. Can you even? He's definitely trying, man. He's definitely trying to give it the best shot he can. Stun onto Glitch. Dash tracker to follow. Trinkets out of it. Get a shot into Kioska. Is this going to be the kidney that settles the deal? That kidney ended ya. Blade Flurry out of Cagex, trying to see if he can find Glitch as the man has evasion, vanish, cloak, every defensive. Cagex trying to see if he can just catch up to him with a grapple hook. And Glitch is going to sprint out of there immediately. He still has a bleed rolling on him, so if Cagex can just get a line of sight of the guy, he may be able to get him out in the open. But I think Glitch was able to get away, the bleeding has subsided, and Cagex is going to have to go for the eyes if he wants to find Glitch early. And he honestly may want to. He may want to. Glitch has nothing left. Only thing he's got is a blind, but no trinket, nothing. So I think you just go in there. I think you have to get in there and take the guy down if you can. You have to do it. You are running out of time. 66% dampener. The guy has nothing left. He only has his full health bar. Cagex just kind of hovering by the eyeball, but he's not really certain if he wants to pick it up. He's not really sure. I feel like you pick up the eye, you vanish out, you go for the opener versus Glitch, and you can lock him down to stun, and you slice him down. You pistol shot him down. I think you have to. But the longer you wait, the more cooldowns Glitch is going to get. He only got about a minute on that evasion. About a minute on that Cloak of Shadows. He got a full Shadow Dance available. Shadow Blades up and everything. Vanished on top of it. Like, the longer you wait, the more of an advantage you give to the other rogue. And it's just a sad state of things. Gloosh just literally hiding against the wall. Trying to use his natural transmog. He's actually did such a good job. His natural mog of like a white linen shirt. And like Dark Pants hides in the snow so well. Disarm for disarm. As Cagex trying to see if he can pistol shot down Gloosh. Has an evasion available. Gloosh going in with a kidney shot, going to be tricky for Cagex. Stun onto Gloosh. This is where you gotta make your play. You gotta make the most damage happen. Gotta make it all count. Try to see if you can take down Gloosh. Is he able to vanish out of the rogue? Do you get him out in the open? Or not? Looks like Gloosh is gonna be able to get himself a proper reset here. That's where like a blade flurry or like a blade rush would have been amazing. Gloosh does have cooldowns coming back up here though. Cagex is now sitting out in the open. He had to burn that trick in order to try to see if he can take him down. But Gloosh at this point has a trinket, has a blind, has evasion, has a Cloak of Shadows, blind early. Gloosh is definitely gonna trinket this. Cagex does have a cheat death though, so Cagex may just survive based on cheat death alone. We're trying to see if he can dodge away from Gloosh if he can. Disarm for disarm. Able to delay Gloosh's approach for a bit. Gloosh got an evasion, trying to see if he can reduce as much damage as possible. Cloak of Shadows really early for Cagex. With the resonator, maybe survives it with cheat death. He may just survive this with cheat death. Cheat death, sipping cup. Cheat death hasn't been used. There goes the gouge. Does he go for a kidney shot? He knows he's gonna be trinket. Blind. I think it's over. I think the only way he just leaves. Yeah, he just leaves. He knows what's about to happen. Oh my god, man, these rogues. These rogues. 18 minutes in the duel, man. What a long one. So many 9% dampener. That's quite a long duel, my guy. Quite a long duel. As Atherman looking for the rogue, he's got his own little umbrella here. He's gonna have to wait until he can pick up some eyes and maybe find Gloosh, but Gloosh is gonna have to tough it out in the corner. He's just gonna be playing this as safely as possible, you know it. Oh, I kinda messed up, didn't I? Oh no. Hit escape and I just messed up my whole UI. Good thing that slash reload works though. That used to break the game completely. It used to like remove the health bars altogether. Can Atherman somehow lock down Gloosh? Just trying to see if he can do it. Charging on the steed, building some holy power. Stun to Gloosh. Does not have a trinket. Is this gonna be it? Just like that? Maybe? Does he have to go burst? Gloosh? Oh! Trying to see if he can shout him out of there. But Atherman was on top of him with the eyes. You couldn't get away from this guy. Man. I love how that Gloosh has had himself a hell of a game. Very, very close matches. Very, very close duels. And then Ather walks up and just bonks him on the head. I like how these duels can be so intense 1 minute and just like and end like this the next. Alright boys, let's get another one going, yeah? Let's get a duel up and running for the day. Yo boys, let me know if you got a group and we'll get you boys up and running, yeah? Let me know if you boys got a group. I'll do some of my background YouTube stuff. What's up, Atho? Ready, let's go. One new. Hey, that's awesome. Happy for you. Happy for the group, man. Let's do it. Let me know, KJX, when you're ready. No, KJX, Dirks. I keep confusing you two. I don't know why, dude. I don't even know why I confuse you two. Like, it just seems so dumb of me, man. Dal, like, what are you... Alright, as soon as we get a second group, we'll be good to go. I would have joined the Duels, but I'm playing Wrath of Lich King, and the queue's like 2 hours or something to get in. Bro. Yeah, it's up to you, man. You either tough it out right now and get in the queue, or you just join us and play. One new haha, my new guy haha on Monk. Oh, is it? Wait, is it actually? Wait a second. Wait, so it took what, a new guy? Like one new guy? One new haha, my new guy on Monk. Wait, what? Hold on. I don't understand what you said for a second there, but I think I lost it. What are you? Yo, let me know when you're ready, Drex. Yo, Dal, what's up, Ashley? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. I'm the new guy, sorry. Oh, really? Wait, do we have a second group then? Wait, do we have a second group then, or we don't? But does that mean you're abandoning your group? Oh no, that means we gotta get a second group, boys. We gotta get a second group going. Yeah, anybody want to make a group for 5V5 1v1, boys? We need somebody else to make a group for 5V5 1v1s then. Because I think Dirks is now together with Athon. Does anybody want a second group? Do we regroup? Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to. Dal, wait, us. Okay, yeah, if you guys want to regroup, yeah, give it a second. Sasha looks like he's gonna be leading. My man Gloosh is gonna be leading that team. All right, sounds good for me. Yep, I don't like try hard people. All right, sounds good, my guy. So it looks like Gloosh is gonna be leading. Oh, he actually got 4. Basically there. We just need 1 more and it'll be good to go. That works out for me, man. Also, I'm sad I didn't get the beta. Actually, you can get the beta next week. Every single week there's an opportunity to get the beta. Don't worry about it at all, my guy. Sasha got a 5, man. Ready to go. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves Athon, man, and Sasha Pro. Look at you guys, the good arenas now. Let's do all of the best arenas, man. Because Tiger speaks something about that arena, like it's not a bad arena. I just don't like it as much. I like this one a lot. Blade's Edge, the Legion version too. I like the original as well, but I like the Legion version as also. And the fact that we're getting a new arena, by the way, in Dragonflight, I'm actually very excited. It's like no cuts or offensive, but the arena version. So that'd be cool as hell. Imagine if they did arena with dragon riding, bro. How cool would that be? How insane would that be? Hell yeah, boys. Hey, Ari, what's up, fam? Hope you're having a good one. We got my man Ari in here. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's get the boys in here. Get the boys some 5V5 1v1s, yeah? Alrighty. Okay, we're good. Switch. Goes to a new group? Yeah, he got one. Just chilling. Thank you so much for making goods, man. I appreciate it. We got Sazatho over for the team 1. We got Murix going in from a rogue to a monk over for the team 1. One bang on this team. KJX on the outlaw. Kioska waiting his turn. On that team 2, we got us Ari coming back in as an holy DK. We got us Nukes coming back in as a assassination rogue. Look at you nuke these boys down. Gloosh off to the side, but I feel like Gloosh standing here on the side is gonna make people think that he is the one dueling. That's gonna be sketch. We got Sovi over hiding inside of a pet, inside of a mount, as well as Uta. And it's gonna be one bang, getting hit with a Garrote immediately. Nukes trying to see if he can get some spikes in it. Immediate trinket with a stun versus one bang and an intro, forcing a trinket out of the fire mage with a freeze onto Nukes. Does not have a trinket anymore. Does he have the oh, he does have the Cloak of Shadows with the burst though. He was ready for it. You have to be ready. That's the Carrion Burst out of one bang. Just trying to see if he can literally one bang these boys down. He did burn combustion. Still Pyroblast flying through. That's going to be a void of ratio for Nukes. Try to see if he can maybe reposition, use the mobility to its finest. Try to see if he maybe able to get a couple more eviscerates versus one bang. It just needs a few more. He was getting quite a bit of pressure. Did not use a Vendetta here, so one bang still has big defenses in order to deal with a Vendetta. As Nukes goes in for a quick first aid. I like the full Venthyr mug, by the way. I've always enjoyed that full set. I thought it was really, really well done for leather classes. I thought it was such a good rogue set, maybe a demon hunter set, but it never really felt like a monk set or a druid set in that regard. Is it just me? I feel like the leather one for Night Fae always felt like a druid set, but that one really did not look, in my opinion, that great as like a rogue set with the covenant stuff. Gonna be a sap out of Nukes. Garrod, as he's trying to make sure he's maximizing that silence into the stun versus one bang, trying to maximize the crowd control, but that's going to be one bang blinking out of that kidney. With a G-Pipe to follow, Ring of Fire right after, Nukes is just going to have his shield completely scorched right through. With an ultra time, keeping one bang hopefully alive and safe. Quick Nova, as Nukes goes in for a Vendetta, one bang is going to ultra time out of that Vendetta. He just needs to wait a little bit longer. The Vendetta is going to last on him only so long. Trapping Nukes, almost trapping him inside of the Ring of Frost, but the Shadow Step gets him out of that scot-free. Quick interrupt on the Polymorph is going to give one bang opportunity to maybe get a Fireball in him. May have to Ice Block. As Nukes just continued to just go for bursts, go for damage, just kept sinking those poisons into the mage and is able to force him to pop some defensives. Nukes goes for a bit of a reset. He's actually kind of drained right now. He has a Cloak of Shadows coming back up very soon. One Bang has a trinket back up, combustion and everything. This is why I feel like for One Bang, he needs to get the combustion back as quickly as possible. Because if he can get the combustion before the rogue gets a Cloak of Shadows, then he can definitely carrying him down as fast as he can. Garrod into a kidney shot. Gonna be a trinket out of One Bang. Gonna be a trinket out of Nukes though. Does he burn a cloak maybe really early on? Ring of Fire, as it's gonna be Resonator right next to him. Nukes just waddling towards One Bang. That's gonna be combustion really early with an ultra time. You can still go for the Kyrian Burst. That's gonna be no more Cloak of Shadows available for the rogue. Blinking towards him, trying to see if he can Fire Blast him down. Blind by the rogue onto the Mage's Burst. He just needed one more Fire Blast inside of the Kyrian window while combustion was up. And I think that could have been a one-shot. That literally could have been a one-shot. But Nukes is going to go for a bit of a reset. This man just trying to make sure he doesn't get tagged for that Kyrian Burst at all. One bang with a blink. There's going to be some spikes as Nukes tried to see if he could reposition behind the pillar. One bang tried to send him with a couple of Fire Blasts. But he's going to be able to force the rogue from behind the pillar. Just like he was forcing rats out of a cellar. Nukes does get hit with a ring of fire for a second, but that Flesh Scout is going to keep him alive. It looks like the Flesh Scout just doesn't have maybe that much health to it. At this point, that G-Pie should be able to consume all of it, though. Radiant Spark on top of it. If One Bang just gets a bunch of crits, you can do this. Nukes is going to go for advantage. He didn't even know if he was going to get crit by One Bang. If he got a bunch of crits back-to-back with Pyros, that definitely would have been pretty good for One Bang. But Nukes decided, you know what, Vanish? I don't even know if I'm going to get crit. I don't want to find out. He has a Vendetta ready to go, so this next Vendetta could be very deadly. Ultra time up for One Bang. Smoke Bomb to follow him. Throwing down a Rain of Fire. It is going to clip Nukes. Nukes trying to use the Void off Rachel and to represent towards One Bang. Is he going to go for it? He could potentially do it. He's still there. He set it up like maybe just to pressure One Bang, but maybe he was looking for a reset the whole time. Because if you had the comp was using that Void Elf Racial to reposition could be amazing. It's actually such a good ability. Not a lot of people play Void Elf, but the ones that do play it, the way they use that little shadow that crawls over, man, it's such a cool ability. It's such a cool effect. Using it correctly is just huge. It's gonna be One Bang go for a bit of a scouting trip for the rogue, picking up them eyes as Nukes is going for a reset. One Bang does not have Ice Block, so we'll have to wait and see how he survives as next rogues go. Garrod most likely going to be into a kidney shot. One Bang just trying to see if he can maybe avoid it. Trinkets with a breath. Nukes is going to trinket out of it. Has a Cloak of Shadows in case he needs to. One Bang trying to see if he can chase after him. There's going to be a bunch of Pyro Blasts in there, but Nukes looks like he's going to be able to make a safe getaway. So far, it's been a bit of a cat and mouse with these two. Nukes is trying to make sure he gets the opener and then continues the rotation, continues the pressure. But as soon as he realizes that, you know what, maybe I'm kind of out of CC options, I'm going to go for a reset. I'm just going to sprint out of there. I'm going to go for a bit of a redo. Blind, Cloak of Shadows, all those tools that help him get out of there. Gonna be a road as One Bang trying to see if he can walk away from the Resonator. Not much he could do about it. Most likely could be a Vendetta out of Nukes here. Maybe? No, he's playing very defensive, just trying to build some calm points. You're just going and putting some dots onto One Bang and just going for a bit of a reset. Flash cut around the corner. Try to see maybe if you can hold on to the flash cut as the fire is burning right through it. Fire Blast catching him. And One Bang just needs himself a big burst combo with Nukes not expecting it. I feel like that's all he could really do. Ring of Frost, does he freeze him? He does get him, but does One Bang go for a proper setup here? Can he properly do it? Radiant Spark is going to get a Cloak of Shadows out of the rogue very early on. Ultra time for One Bang, has himself a defensive in case he needs to. Nukes trying to go for the big Vendetta. One Bang for the Cauterites, trying to see if he may be able to use Ultra time in order to give himself back up to good health. And could potentially Ultra time. I think he Ultra time really early on. But he does survive the Vendetta. The dots are off. The rogue still has a Vendetta on him. He wants to get in there, but he knows there's a fire burning on him. One Bang trying to stop him from re-stealthing. Garrod with a kidney shot most likely right after. One Bang trying to give himself a little bit of survivability. Those shields are the only things that are keeping him alive. Ring of Fire right after, but it's going to be a blind to follow. Man, so far, this rogue has just been able to just really just overcome anything that gets thrown at him. So far for one bang, he just tried to go for a one big carrying setup, and the Rogue has just denied it at every single turn. He does get a nice backup though. Blink for one bang. This is where Nuke's just gonna go for a reset. If one bang can maybe catch up to him, stop him in place, maybe hit him with a breath, go for the carrying burst, he may be able to make something happen. But right now one bang is just rotting down. He may need to go for food immediately. Ice block just because he's just rotting down to dots. He wasn't sure if he was going to be able to live this. He doesn't know where the Rogue is at, so he had to go for an ice block really early on here. 13 minutes into the duel, Nukes gets himself assassinized, but this Rogue is finally walking into this one without a lot of defenses. This is where maybe one bang could potentially turn around, because it felt like Nukes always had an answer to one bang every single time. Polymer for a second, Trinket is available, does take the Void Elf Racial just to escape. And this Rogue is just an escape master, just a trickster. Pyroblast flying out as one bang just tried to finally put some pressure into the guy. Ring of Frost in one hand, maybe Ring of Fire on the other. Just trying to put some rings on this boy. And Nuke's just going to reposition behind towards the ramp. So far, it's been a hell of a game. One bang so far has just been trying to live up to his name. He just tried to see if he could one bang out the Rogue. But Nuke's is not letting him at all. 10 seconds on the Cloak of Shadows. So maybe he could make something work here. If he goes quick with that Kyrian, he may be able to make something happen. But he gotta go quick. Cloak is gonna be available. Resonator is gonna be on him. One bang can maybe walk out of here. I think he was able to... I think he still got hit by the Resonator. Vendetta is on him, so he got himself all the time trying to see if he can survive this. Nukes, massive damage versus one bang. Gets him super critical low, but then all the time does keep him alive. That's gonna be combustion for one bang. Trying to see if he'll be able to survive this, but I think it's over. Nukes just has way too much damage as a Rogue. With a Vendetta, Big, and Venom just taking him out. Try to do the very best you can versus this Rogue, man. Try to do the best you could. That is super unfortunate. And Nukes is trying to see if he may be able to tussle with Aether. Just burn a lot of cooldowns. But he can maybe bleed out Aether, because the Rogue dot damage with the Necrolord is really, really good. Really, really good. I wonder what kind of Allegro you play. What the? That seems like a little bit BM. Aether is seeing this BS and he's like, you know what? Nah, my boy. I gotta answer the call. Pretty sure Aether's like, you know what? Absorbing the BM, just looking at the flag, and it's like, all right, that's what I'm dealing with. A scoundrel, a villain, a rogue. So Aether gonna punish this Rogue, man. He's a paladin. He's a bringer of justice, bringer of order, and this Rogue can't just BM his boy like that. Sabite Nyx is gonna go in there. He doesn't have a lot of defensives. He may go for that Void operation really early on though. Cloak hit a shot onto Aether, is just trying to see if he can reposition and just put some dots on the Aether, maybe break through a flesh scaft. If Aether can maybe use Hand of Freedom and Pony to catch up to Nukes, he may be able to make something happen here. Looks like Nukes goes for a reset. So unless Aetherman picks up eyes, I don't think he'll be able to really find him. And those dots do eventually melt through a flesh scaft and are starting to slowly seep into the health of the Paladin. So Nukes is just trying to play the game, trying to play the stealth game, trying to play the dot game as best as he can. Saboteur Aether as he sees him in the last second, and Nukes is just going to go for reposition. And people don't like hunters? I know, right? And people don't like hunters, dude. Yeah. I feel like rogues are universally hated, though. At this point, like, if rogue is not universally hated, the rogue is doing something right. Gonna be a Garrote onto Aether with a kidney shot to follow. Burn Trinket. Resonator's right next to him. He may have to react here. Does use to bubble it. That's gonna be Nukes with the Fade. It's gonna be a Trinket immediately. As soon as he sees wings out of Aether and just try to see if he can cut down the Rogue. Is gonna have to go for a bit of a flash of light reheal. Nukes trying to see if he can disrupt it. Garrote, disarm to Aether. Still can build a little bit of holy power. Cloak of Shadows for the Rogue really early on. Does have a kick for the flash count. Is able to interrupt Aether. Aetherman has doesn't really have a lot here. Gonna be full of Vendetta. Trying to see if he can live the dots. And is able to survive him just for a hair. Blind onto Nukes does disrupt the Rogue's opener. And that's going to be Seraphim for Aether. Shield Avengers to maybe reverse some damage back to Nukes with a Blessing of Protection, trying to see if he can get out of the CC. Smoke bomb by Nukes, has the Void Operational, and Aetherman does not get fooled by it. Is still on the Rogue's trail, just not letting him go anywhere. Does he have enough damage? Kidney shot onto Aether. The Rogue does have the Shield Avengers pop onto him. If Aether can reconnect with the Rogue very quickly, a Rogue is going to put himself in combat with those poisons, and Aetherman can just remove those poisons too. So you can just remove all those dots. Rogue is looking for the reset, but it's going to be Blade Justice. Does he get a juke? Oh, he just Shadow Steps and try to juke Aether, but he does meet his own doom. Vasovi going to be up next. Aetherman with no health whatsoever. Oh my goodness, with that guy. Has no help whatsoever with the, what's it called, chimeric poison just rotting you down. There's not much you can do. Kiosk gonna be up next immediately. Sovi just gonna go from killing the paladin to stunning Kiosk and taking all the burst and all the momentum into the hunter. Kiosk try to see if he can chase some dots with Sovi. Maybe get him harpoon. Maybe looking for a freezing trap. Stun him to Sovi with a death shotgun. This could be a lot of damage for Kiosk. Does gain a Aegis Trinket to try to reduce some of the magic damage from Sovi, but the death shotgun just ends up cutting him down. I don't really know what the Aegis could do against the Beastmaster Hunter, because I think even Cobra shots look all green, but they're not really poison. They're all like physical damage, aren't they? So I don't really know if you could really do much there. Mercs is going to be up next, flagging down the rogue. Oh my god, I guess. It's like, you know what? That's what happens when you flag my boy. Chat, do you think that was deserved or nah? That rogue got served. Do you think that was deserved or nah? But next is going to be Ari charging out at Kiosk. It's going to be a full burst available. Grippy hand is up. Just needs to get on top of Kiosk. Line of sight, stun really quick. That's going to be Grippy hand as Kiosk trying to see if he can get away. I think Kiosk just uses human racial to break out, but that atrocity, that monstrosity just absolutely clawing you down. Swapping attention onto your pet immediately. Kiosk has started himself for a quick second or two, even though he doesn't look like he does. The buff is still there. Kiosk got no help whatsoever. Army of the Dead should be charging out of Kiosk. If they can somehow reconnect with a hunter, they would be down for the count. Kiosk is just desperate, looking for a bit of reset. The ghouls are attacking him. One ghoul into a steel trap, trying to see if he can maybe see if he can survive with his ghouls. The Army of the Dead's are attacking all over the place. But the Ari on the other side, he can't go anywhere. You got ghouls on the left, ghouls on the right, death and right behind you. That's gonna be Kiosk find himself a quick fade death for a second, but he's just surrounded with Ari taking them down. My goodness, I got them zombie movie vibes as Kiosk just looking for an escape, and there's zombies everywhere. I feel like the camera zoom in helped out with that a little bit. Gonna be stunned by Ari as he immediately human trinkets out of the Mercs' leg sweep. Before Mercs even commits a lot of cooldowns, gonna be the full set of images. The pet rampaging onto Mercs should be able to crack through these defenses, and this is where Mercs actually gonna back up out of that. As soon as the flash cap falls off, he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a bit of reset. Quick interrupt by the pet. Mercs actually having to fight the pet, but looks like the ghoul is winning. Looks like the monstrosity is actually winning this fight. This is 1-in-1, and Mercs is losing it. While the pet is empowered, Mercs is actually not winning that one. As soon as the pet becomes like a normal ghoul, it's totally manageable. But man, Ari may have to sacrifice the pet and summon a new one. I don't know if he was able to use the sacrifice in order to give himself more heal or not, but that wouldn't have been a bad move. My goodness, dude, that monstrosity, as soon as he just transforms, he's literally a competitor. Ari, for a short time, as soon as that thing transforms, has a 2v1 situation instead of a 1v1. That thing is deadly. Stunning to Mercs, immediately trinkets out of it as he's trying to maximize the damage versus Ari, but Ari just escapes the Fist of Fury. Lexi does lock him down for a second. That's gonna be massive. Whirling Dragon Punch. It does take him out. Mercs catching him in a leg sweep with Ari not having a human racial or an IBF out of that one was a tough one though. I thought honestly Ari was gonna win it. Just if you got another dark transformation, the pet just got to sit on top of Mercs for a second without a karma, I think it would have actually won. Immediate chicken or immediate out for Mercs. I'm not really sure how he broke out of that breath. I'm not sure how he broke out of that one, but he was able to break it. Flash cut from Mercs as he's looking for a bit of a reset. Otak Khan. Khan. You said you called it Khan, so I should probably just call you Khan. Trying to see if you may be able to tussle with Mercs. Mercs catching him with an in-cap. Khan trying to hit him with a breath. Poly to follow. Does have a good setup. Ring of Frost right after. Is gonna freeze him. G-Pie. Most likely gonna have a ring of fire. No, just a big old combustion. Mercs trying to see if he can escape it. Could potentially go for a diffuse here, maybe even a karma. But he's trying to see if he can just land inside. Ooh, attack. I keep messing up your name. Khan. Trying to see if he can let inside him with a point as he drops down a Ring of Peace. Forcing Khan to use a lot of his mobility just to catch back up to him. And Mercs is just gonna go for a complete full-blown reset, isn't he? He just doesn't want to fight him. He just gonna go behind the pillar, catch a few heals. He doesn't want to have to commit cooldowns into you at all. In-cap versus Khan. Dropping down, was that a BGB? Randomly, just out of nowhere. It's gonna be a alter time for Khan. Does have a defensive, is gonna be able to use it to reposition and recover a lot of that damage. With a quick breath, does escape. Mercs is gonna reposition with a Rune of Power, Ring of Peace, and a Greater Pyro. Do you play? Are you playing Ring of Fire? You haven't used it so far. It's going to be a quick diffuse magic from Mercs, just trying to see if he can reduce a lot of the magic damage from Khan. Quick breath catches him, but it's going to be DR'd. Does he go for an interrupt? Try to go for an interrupt, but Khan, I don't really know if he had anything left there. Because he did get to juke out a kick out of Mercs. But I guess the pressure from the Monk together with Zoen and maybe a jab. What is it? The jab legendary that gives him more crit chances. Maybe that was just enough to pressure you over the edge. Khan only holding on to a cauterize. No more ice block. As Merc's trying to see if he can swing around and maybe take advantage here while Khan is super low. If he gets him maybe in a leg sweep, that could be perfect. Trying to go for a bit of a jab. Brez by Khan into a poly. Trying to see if he can delay Merc's onslaught. There is a BDB on him. Ring of Power does have a Ring of Frost, and Mercs is going to end up walking into it. That is also going to apply a slow as a big combustion coming through, but that's going to be a port for Mercs. He's trying to see if he can escape it. Khan is chasing right after him. Flash go around the corner. Does he have mobility to interrupt it? He doesn't. Mercs gains a bit of a shield, but it's 73% dampening. By the way, look, big dampening. I didn't realize this duel was going on for that long. Huge dampening. But he does get himself a massive fleshcraft, or a decent enough fleshcraft for this late into the game. It is still a sizable number. It's still a sizable amount. Quick breath into Mercs. Again, Khan is just trying to play it very, very defensive. Trying to see if he can just hold Mercs as far away from himself as possible. Ruin of Power, trying to see if he can maybe supercharge that G-Pie. Gonna be a kick for Mercs. Does get himself frozen jab to catch up with Khan. It's gonna be that cauterize. Unless the man get a shield or anything, this could be over for him. Trying to see if he can get away, using as much mobility as possible. The fastest mage in the books. Emergencies, one more global, one more rising sun kick, one more ability. He got himself the defensive. Khan, unless he get himself a breath or something, anything. Oh, and it's a Nova. Try to see if he can maybe escape him, but it wasn't enough. With Gloosh, last man standing, over for the team too. Got himself a sap versus Mercs, trying to see if he can lock him down real quick. The cheap shot, immediately forcing out Trinket, Karma, everything. As Mercs dropping down BDB, trying to see if he can take down Gloosh. Does he have the burst? Gloosh with advantage. Mercs has to play very defensive. I don't know if you're gonna heal much. Like, I know you can just stand there, spam Vivify, but I don't really know if that's gonna help you. He's definitely trying to reposition. I think he's trying to put himself next to Kajix. And you kill Kajix, oh no. But he's trying to put himself next to Kajix. So Gloosh, if he kills Mercs right here, Kajix can maybe just open up on him immediately. He's trying to give Kajix an opportunity. He realizes, you know what, in this high dampening, not much he can really do. Stabbing Kajix as Gloosh trying to make sure Kajix can't even open on him. Chief Shed just taking the momentum and Kajix with a resonator. Is Kajix even there? Kajix may actually be AFK. Oh no. Kajix is AFK. Oh man, these long duels, dude. Oh no, I hate how that ended. Chad, how do you have duels get so intense and they end like this? I hate how some of these end sometimes. I just part of the competition of the 5v5 1v1 duel in arena. Sometimes they start really good and they end this way, but not much you can do about it. Boys, let's get another one up and running, yeah? Let's get another duel up and running under our belt. Boys, another duel under the belt. Why can I say under the belt? What does that even mean? Bro, Kajix waited so long, die while AFK. Yeah, it took a while, man. It took a bit. It was a little toxic over the end. I mean, I don't think the sap was toxic, but attacking him, I think basically Gloosh just tried to go in with a stun, thinking that Kajix is there, but Kajix was AFK, and he only realized at the end. Like, you saw at the end, he just walked away. He's like, there's no health. He walked away, and he's like, you know what? This late into the game, like, hey, how am I gonna play this thing? DM, more than welcome to join. In the chat, at the top of the chat, we have a pinned message to how to join. Today's duels are on EU. Friday is EU day, and Saturday is for the NA boys. To join us, find groups over in Dungeons and Raids, Legacy. Find a group and type 5 in the top search in order to see if there's a group available. Atherman and Sasha Pro are both, Atherman and Gloosh are both hosting groups right now, and you may be able to join one or the other. They're fair play, that's for sure of them. I don't disagree, but if the guy's AFK, like, what can you do? I don't disagree. I have to come back. Okay, sounds good, Kilogen. I mean, people don't like Hunter's Mark. I feel like Sap is a bit worse than that. I don't disagree. He knew that Kajix was gonna open up on him. I don't know. It's an interesting move, but yeah, I can see how you guys are like, you know what, that's kind of like cheesy doodle. You get in the early advantage on the guy before he's ready to play. Atherman, let me know if you're ready, or if the group is ready, or whatnot. Or if you're Dunsky. Let me know, my guy, because I have no idea. Did I save this one? Hope I did. I certainly hope I did. I might join tomorrow. Sounds good. Gonna have to find a replacement first. That's all good. Yeah, let me know how it goes, my guy. Let me know how it goes. Five duel. Oh, we got Abe, Carter, Atha. Yo, boys, if y'all want to join up, like Dimitro, if you want to join up, we got a group right now, 5V5 1V1 DUELS over in the Raids Legacy. Look up number 5 in the search and make sure all your filters are on in order to find my boy Atha. He needs 2 more. Looking for 2 more competitors to join up. Give him at least 1 minute to come back, or if he finished for sure. I think he did it because like it's high dampening and he just reacted. Got tilted by tryhard rogues. I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame them at all. I'm not a fan of positioning in favor of your own team either. For me, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a gray area, but I see why you guys are not a big fan of it. Yeah, let's just. It's not exactly a rule, but let's not touch the person you're not dueling. Like, let's keep it a proper duel scene, yeah? Dalaran done 4 raids and more fresh. Ding Warlock enjoyed it a lot more as a DPS than as a healer or a tank. Hey, that's awesome. That means you are finding a class that's perfect for you. What build are you playing for the Warlock? I think I said the last time Metamorphosis, right? So you like Demonology? I don't know if like Affliction or Destruction is good or whatever. I'm just wondering what kind of a setup you're going for. What kind of a build you're going for. Because I know Warlock was one of the classes that could do like half and half, SLSL or whatever. At least maybe like back in Manila. But yeah, let me know what you're playing. Go again? Yeah, definitely, boys, definitely. Good to see it. Atham and 1 more will be good to go. Uno mas, we'll be good to go, boys. But yeah, I don't disagree with you, Atha. We got some rogues in here, bro. We got some real rogues in here. You know what I mean? Like that assassin rogue, nukes. He doesn't want to die. I don't blame him. He wants to play the game and do well. He's not looking to die at all. Last week we had a lot of rogues that were suicidal. Like they were going in biggest possible damage, but glass cannon builds. It was hilarious because Vi, for example, he just has like the most glass cannon build. Same with who was it? Same with, I forget who now. I'm so bad at this. There's one more rogue that also had a burst build. It was a Night Fate though, but it's super glass cannon builds. And it was super fun to watch. Because they just go in, eliminate a guy completely. You're like, you know what, this rogue is going to go in, nuke a guy, and then most likely go down after. Full Dema, Metamorph with corruption, damage increase. Dema's good, but you only run it for increased spell power in the raid. Trilocal Insane AoE keeps up with some more gear people. Awesome. Zip, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Zip. I'm really bad with names, so it's like I don't do this on purpose at all. But yeah, Zip, that's the one. That is the one. I forgot the name though. Other rogue you think of? Yeah, it's you. The other rogue is why, but yeah, Zip is the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of you, Sorens. Are you joining, by the way? Or Zip, by chance? Because we may need somebody to take these rogues out. Duels comes out, duel somebody, pops a trinket, and then Zip just comes in. Yeah, let me take him out of here. Alright, everybody can play. Rogue doing the hit and run strategy is the most obnoxious thing to face. Because that leads to the high dampening, making certain classes useless. I agree with you, Athom. I don't disagree. But not much you can really do to control it, right? I can give you guys an arena with not a lot of line of sight. Like, I can maybe do like a Lord Run or something. Maybe that'll make things easier. Sewers, I think, has quite a bit of line of sight, though, doesn't it? I think the pillars are kind of small. We are still looking for 1 more, boys, for Team Atho. If y'all want to join up, my boy. Find him in Raids Legacy section, Dungeons and Raids Legacy. Find the group, top number 5. And you're good to go. You can join Athom with the cross faction enabled. Alliance and Horde are all able to compete. Also, check out our Discord with the community tab. You can just join the community tab, and you can join my boy Atho directly. Just be like, yo, Atho, can you invite me? Easy. You're good to go, my guy. Easy as that. I sent a snip of what AoE looks like for Demodal. Like rotation or dim. Seeds of corruption emulation. I was gonna say, like, don't you just stand there and emulate? I was gonna say it for a second, like, huh? Hey, melee and cleave from your pet. Your pet cleaves? I didn't even know. That's cool. Corruption and emulation. That's pretty good. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. I think I got 5. Let's go, boys! Hey! I'll throw you guys into a I think I'll throw you into. You guys don't like rogues, so we're gonna throw you into an anti-rogue, hopefully an anti-rogue arena. Not a lot of pillars here, so there's not a lot of opportunity for rogues to hide and cower in the stealth and in the shadows. In the stealthy. That's a lot of rogues though. Man, dude, you got rogues in Team 1 and Team 2. Jesus. Next Friday? Sounds good. Build to survive and self-heal. Well, but damn, it makes me have to go all in. Yeah. A lot of I agree with you on that one, Athel. I don't disagree, man. I don't disagree. This is why I wish like we could control dampening. Like I'd be able to settle dampening to like 20% pretty early on and just keep it there for a while. So it's not like completely killing people, but it does make it harder if we build to like continuously heal. And then slowly let it creep up. But I would like to have like tuning knobs so I could like adjust it on my keyboard. All the different builds we got going on, or all the different scenarios we got going on in the arena. Twitch. We got us a team together with Team 1 with Ami. I guess. I'm gonna have a hard time saying your name though. Atherman on that team, Kiosku in the back. We got us as Mercs ready to go. Ooh, I never got this mount. I've never seen the animation for it. Now I want it. I'm going in with the Shadow Blades immediately versus Ari. Starting off with the pet is going to take those comp points into the killer shot versus Ari as they immediately break out even with the IC Fortitude. And Ami going in with an invasion, trying to see if he can maybe escape. Ari is going to see if he can yoink it back over to stun into Ami. Maybe a grippy hand to follow, trying to see if he can slow the rogue down. The rogue has nowhere to go. And Ari is just looking to approach him and march towards this rogue. Chain of icing him down. Kiddish shot to follow as Ami trying to see if he can blast him out. But the grippy head is absolutely just wrecking right through him. That's going to be the pet. Blasting him out. The claws of the pet are absolutely just tearing the rogue to shreds with the grippy hand. Slapping up around. As Ami goes in for a blind onto Ari. The pet trying to see if he can approach him. The chain of ice slowing him down. As long as Ari keeps control of the rogue, he'll be in a good spot. I don't know if Ari had to use the true human racial yet, but he may just have to for this next stun. He did sacrifice his pet. He may need another one as soon as possible. That's going to be potentially maybe even Dark Pack too. As long as Ami can survive this rogue's go, or this Death Knight's go, and he goes for the hit and run strats, he'll be okay. Disarm onto the Death Knight, but I think it's going to stop him. The Death Coils go flying. The Chain of Ice is still there. The pet is still empowered. That's going to be a pet going for big damage with the dots onto Ami. If Ariash almost hits the rogue with a Death and Decay, but he's so close to him. He needs to find him immediately. He's right next to him. He just needs to walk next to the rogue and he'll be able to get him. But Ami does dive into stealth with a quick sap as he goes by Ari, bonks him on the head, bails out of there immediately. Ari is just waiting for this rogue to actually approach him. But it's going to be Kiddish shot immediately with a Shadow Blades to follow. Resonator right after. Ari needs an AMS immediately. Oh! My goodness, Ami just kept going for the hit and run strats until he eventually got him. It took him a little bit. It took him a couple of attempts. Took him a couple of runs. But he was able to successfully do it. With Savi going to be up next as a survival hunter. Flare down, but Ami is nowhere near to be found. Flash scout for Savi, just trying to make sure he's keeping himself alive here as best as possible. Ami is just hiding behind the tombstones, or rather the grave. I mean, I guess there is a tombstone, right? But he's hiding in the graveyard section of Lordaeron. Savi tried to see if he could approach him, could dismount, and then send the pet back over there towards Ami to get him out of stealth. He's just going to build comp points off of the pet, hit him with a cheap shot, stun Savi, going to force out a human racial out of the hunter, stun onto Ami, immediately trinkets him without even thinking about it. He immediately had his finger ready on the trinket. As he goes for a disarm versus Savi, try to see if he can maybe if he can escape. Savi is on a fast approach. Cheetah available. Ami just trying to see if he can survive this for a little bit. Do you have a kidney shot? He does meet him with a kidney. Does gain Shadow Blades would look like for a second, but no, it's actually going to be evasion. Massive eviscerates onto Savi. Now he gets Shadow Blades. Honestly, he could turn around the Shadow Blades onto the pet if he wanted to. But right now, Ami needs to wait until he gets comp points and until the DRs of stuns are over for Savi. As soon as those DRs are over, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Savi needs to get a stun as soon as possible for Ami. Blind, so the rogue is in control of the situation. The pet is actually being not pulled back, but for Ami, this is perfect. Sap actually was able to avoid the pet long enough just to let a sap, even though the pet is staring right at you. Get a shot into Savi. Do you have anything to follow? Any defensive whatsoever? Or does the rogue just end up critting? Oh my god, Shadowblade proc! This rogue is just on a rampage. He's just gonna see if he can bail out of there. My goodness. What's up next? These boys are just getting absolutely trucked. God is just backing up. He's like, I don't want to do it. Don't make me, boys. No, don't make me do it. Yo, Nukes? Yeah, Nukes, you should probably go, right? Yeah, you go, Nukes. You do you, man. How about you fight him? Ame is gonna have to see if he can tussle with an assassination rogue out in the open arena. Assassin rogue is actually quite scary right now, especially as a Necrolord, because you got all those bleeds rocking you down, lots of sustained potential, opportunity to play an Envenom focus build which adds a lot more burst, or play for heavy on dots with more vendettas and just letting all those dots just really just rip you down. You also could go for a Giga Burst build as well with a Giga Burst build with, what is it, Vanished Lego? Nukes picking up the eye. I may try to go into a corner, try to see if he can maybe bait Nukes out the open. He sees that there's an eye on him, so he knows he's just gonna sit behind the pillar. He could Shadow Step to maybe potentially sap him. He's trying to see if he can bait him over there though. He's definitely trying to bait him as much as possible. And Nukes goes over there with the Phantom Knights. Ami is nowhere near to be found. Is Ami just trying to see if he can buy himself some time with cooldowns? I think that's exactly what Ami is trying to do. He's trying to see if he can force Nukes over there to check for him. And he just kind of repositions every single time just to see if he can maybe wait for cooldowns. He doesn't realize that he literally walked up on Nukes though. He's going in the corner. Nukes is somewhere nearby. He knows that he's somewhere. He knows that Nukes at this point has to realize that he's being played with, right? Ami just keeps poking himself out in the open and then re-stealthing just so he can reposition. He's looking for him now. Maybe he got enough cooldowns. Maybe he got that evasion, so he's feeling pretty confident. Just circling the tombstone as much as he can. Waiting for the guy. Nukes out in the open with a fleshcraft, but does that back. The cat and the mouse game here is just too much, man. It is too much. My goodness. Nukes is right on top of Ame, hitting him with a kidney shot, and that's going to be Ame going for a cheap shot with a resonator onto Nukes, seeing if we can blast him out if possible. Shadowblade's available, but Ame did burn the chicken for it. Nukes has everything available here. If he can go for another stun lock into Ame, he's going to win this. Blind to follow. Does Nukes have the saps? Does he have the calm points? Because if you have the full kidney shot and all the dots versus Ame, you could potentially win this. Maybe even if you do like a Garrote thing on the side of the corner, which is exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to see if he can use a Garrote without breaking sap. Garrote, kidney shot, perfect. Vendetta, everything. I think it may be over. Shiv, Nukes, I think it just got him. Oh, a cheap shot to follow as he goes in for a vanish. Nukes just taking him out. My goodness, this first row came out super deadly. And Nuke just ends up showing him up. What's up, G-Funk? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hey, G-Funk. Are we going to be seeing you in Dragon Fight, my guy? Or what are you up to, fam? What have you been playing recently? It's going to be down for Nukes versus Atho. It's going to be really down to Atho to try to see if we can fight Nukes again. Last time we fought Nukes, he did fight this rogue as he had like no cooldowns available. If he can somehow find a way to fight the rogue here, he may be in a good spot. He should be aware that the rogue does have a avoided elf racial set up so you can reposition. Trying to get some souls versus Atho, but the Hand of Freedom keeping the Paladin moving. Nukes trying to see if he can sprint out of there. And the Paladin should potentially be able to just pony up. Maybe a Shadow Step out of the Rogue. Try to see if he can create some distance. Does he get away though? I think he does for a second. Blind to get the Rogue out in the open. Has a trinket with Consecration. And I think Athaman is just going to hold on to a hammer. Just as there goes the Hodge. Nukes with immediate disarm. As he goes in for spikes back to back versus Atho. And the Paladin is just having to hold on to his human racial. He is not playing Adaptation this time around. He's having to play Relentless, which is not something Athaman normally plays. Normally Atho is an Adaptation gamer. No interrupt available for this Fleshcraft, so not much you can really do about it. Nukes does have an evasion here. Wait, can you evasion a Fleshcraft and just avoid an interrupt? I know you can parry an interrupt as a warrior, but as a rogue, I don't think I've ever been able to evasion an interrupt. Can the shot onto Atho with the Resonator? Does the Paladin force defenses? Looks like there's going to be a bubble. Does Nukes have any outs? Maybe a Cloak of Shadows to give himself a little bit of defense. Feint in order to reduce some of the damage taken. Sprint in order to separate him from Atho. Blind Sand into his eyes in order to make sure the Paladin isn't moving anywhere. So Nukes may be able to find some cover behind the pillar and find some safety in the shadows. Who keeps dropping? Is it Mercs that keeps dropping a Ring of Peace? Mercs, you just stop dropping Ring of Peace, by the way? Please? Just please, in case you get Nukes out in the open, man. I don't want to ask him to get an advantage. Not like he needs one. Dropping down hammer into Nukes. Trying to see if we can take him down. Big procs, and I think an auto attack gets him at the end. Khan gonna be up next. Charging out versus Atho. Hits him with an over. Breath right after, but it breaks. Hand of Freedom with an interrupt onto the poly. This is where Atho needs to commit some damage towards Khan. Paladin Burst has been nerfed recently, but their sustained damage has been increased by quite a bit. So I wonder if for Athaman this is going to be pretty good here. I'm wondering if he can maybe play a sustained playstyle here versus Khan, where he doesn't have to sit behind the pillow all the time. Quick interrupt again versus a Polymorph. That Ring of Frost is going to stop him in place though. At least has some range damage versus Khan. He'll potentially just walk through Ring of Frost. since the Ring of Fire is going to break the damage anyway. Trying to go for flashlight, maybe get interrupted. Khan just sending out a big G-Pie, maybe trying to go for a combustion to follow. Atherman takes the G-Pie to the face and tries to see if he can swing around the tombstone, charging a Khan. Quick breath to follow with a poly right after. Atherman has no outs for this one. Could potentially be combustion. Atherman has Shield of Vengeance in case he needs to. Aegis and a Shield of Vengeance, trying to see if he can give himself as much protection as possible. Burning right through both of them as Khan is just getting super aggressive. Ultra Time is available. Maybe could reverse a lot of this damage. Potentially Iceblock here, or maybe even a Cauterize, trying to see if he can deny any of those defensive equivalents to Ather just yet. 9 minutes into the duel, massive burst out of Ather forces Khan's hand, has to drop a full block of ice on himself just to go for a bit of recovery. That is both Cauterize and Iceblock though, so Ather got 2 for 1 combo here. Maybe this is where Khan should have been a little bit more careful, but I don't blame anybody, man. I don't blame anybody. Polymer to follow. Khan trying to set up a Ring of Frost, slowing down Ather with a G-Pie, trying to see if he can crack through his defenses. Atherman does not have wings for a while, but maybe through sustained damage, he may be able to make a play here versus Khan. Bailing out of there, trying to see if he can go for an Invis Breath into Ather, and a Polymorph getting interrupted immediately. Atherman does get Seraphim procs, quite a bit of damage actually. Wait, the Seraphim procs are doing work for him. I think he could be dead for Khan. Just needs one more global, and the shield barely holding him strong. Just needs one more attack. Khan does get himself a shield last second. Another poly onto Ather. That's gonna be ruining power G-Pie. Hoping to go for a play here. Potentially. Alter Time? Is that what it was? Alter Time? Yeah, Alter Time, shooting power, images, everything. He's literally used all of it just to make sure he gets himself a little bit of a survivability. But Atherman sees through the ruse, sees through Alter Time. Another breath and poly, not much you can do about it. But eventually it's going to be DR'd. If you got any mobility on ya, and he's going to catch himself up in the Ring of Frost, but I think he can still take him out. That's going to be Seed Pod for Khan, able to take it out easily. Atherman taking the win there, with Gloosh charging out after him. He's going to stealth up behind the pillar. This is where Atherman used to have everything for this rogue. Mark for Death, ready to go. That's going to be a full burst. Shadow Blades out of Gloosh. Atherman decides to go for a Blessing of Protection here. He has to rotate defensives. He decided, I'm going to use Blessing of Protection here. Bubble later. Gloosh just goes for a full reset. This is where Atherman needs to force Gloosh cooldowns, anything. Trinket, anything whatsoever. Gloosh just got out in the open. Ather building up a lot of holy power, but then she's looking to go for a stun. Cloak of Shadows really early on, expecting the Kindred shot, expecting the Hodge out of Atherman. Resonator to follow, maybe a bubble available. Paladin does walk out of it. Resonator try to reduce a lot of the magic damage. Didn't even get hit by the Resonator either, as he used the Aegis. And the rogue dives into stealth with a Shadow Melt, so that's a 2-minute cooldown committed. Sap to Ather as he's looking for a bit of recovery. I don't know if Ather is a human racial at this point. I have no idea, but he definitely needs one. He needs a human racial, a proper use of Shield of Vengeance, Flesh Cap, trying to see if he can maybe hit Gloosh to open up on him. It does go for an opener. Get a shot, but super DR. Gloosh maybe went in a little too early. Atherman had no health. Stun onto Gloosh. Has a trick in case he wants to use it. Does choose to burn in the last second. Then Shield of Vengeance for Ather. Is going to be able to burn through it. Evasions up. Blinded to Gloosh. Can Atherman take him out? Wait, Ather, if you have enough holy damage, you may be able to make something happen. May just have to bubble. He has a bubble in case he needs to. Bubble possibly? Bubbles it. Gloosh with advantage. Does Atherman get him out in the open? Try to see if he can get him. That was a Word of Glory that does kind of splash onto Gloosh, but doesn't get him out of stealth. My goodness, that was actually so close. Atherman tried to be proactive, picking up the eye. If he can get an angle on Gloosh, he may be okay. If he has a human racial for the next stun, that would give him opportunity to maybe potentially escape this. Get a shot, no outs. Atherman does not break out of this immediately. Cheap shot out to follow. Gloosh trying to get himself carrying setup. This is where you're hoping the rogue does not get crits. And Atherman needs to get proactive here. The Gloosh wants to go for a Shadow Step. Get it slowed down by Ather. Hammers are flying, building a lot of holy power. Gloosh has nothing. Next Hodge could be really deadly. Does Atherman have the damage though? Next stun could be really, really bad. Gonna be a shadowy duel for Gloosh. Get himself maybe a bit of defenses. Get a shot at Ather. Does he have anything at all? Maybe human racial, anything whatsoever. Needs something stunned on the last second. Atherman, oh my god! Crack right through the defenses of this rogue. Oh my goodness. Normally, watching a paladin burst is like, oh yeah, it's a paladin. He's just gonna walk and pop wings at somebody. But this is Gloosh we're talking about, man. How good rogues are in the current season. Man, Atherman trying to see if he can fight through it. Also, at the end of the match, it looked like Atherman only got 2 kills. He killed a mage who died by the seed pod. So technically it doesn't count as like Ather killing him. It's like the seed pod killed the mage. But still, that should go one more tally for Ather. Well done, my boy. Let's get another one going, boys. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that duel because it wasn't too long. And it was very exciting. I like that a lot. I like this. This is my favorite duels, man. We had a lot of like long duels tonight. But I like that one. Hello, finish this up, Bubbers. How you doing, man? Not playing, I was watching it, but I want to play a new patch. Sounds good, G-Funk. Sounds good, my guy. Yo, G-Funk, if you get on the beta, let me know. And if you know any boys that you know on the beta, we could get some beta duels sometime, yeah? I think that'd be really fun. Let me know how the groups are going, boys. How to get people, aka NPC, to stop reading your quest in Wrath of Lich King. I know nothing game DLC. Okay. So it's a setting. Yeah, I see what you mean. Wow, Wrath quest text. Question: how to enable instant quest text? Wow, Wrath instant quest text. Hold on. I will find it for you. How to skip the text? Instant quest text. So okay, so you have to go into interface and activate instant quest text. So it'll be like interface, and somewhere in the game it'll be like instant quest text. Is it display? Instant quest text. Somewhere, I think it's in display, but I could be wrong. Somewhere in the interface, instant quest text. Alright, Atherman, as well as Gloosh. Let me know when your boys are ready, and we'll get another 5V5 1v1 duel on the way. Let me know whenever you're ready, boys. I want to get the beta. It's like it has the tanks out. Yeah, Jake, as soon as you get the beta, dude, let me know. I want to run some dungeons with you. I'll play healer, you will tank. And we could just talk shop about the classes and stuff. I think it'd be really fun. Because I want to get your insight, because you're pretty knowledgeable on tanks. And I like just noting which people are knowledgeable and which classes they play. And getting insight on like some of the in-depth stuff. Because I cover classes all the time. But I feel like I'm never going to be able to have in-depth knowledge of them like I do with Rogue. I just spend time on Rogue. I haven't been, a Blood Deather for a long time. Or a tank for a long time. So there's some things that I think I'll miss. By the way, Jake, I don't know if you saw this, but Brewmasters have regained their, maybe you're the one who told me this actually, but they regained their magic damage reduction for stagger, 35% effective. So they're back in the menu. We need one more on Team Atho. If y'all want to join my boy Atherman, join us in the Raid's Legacy section. He's waiting for you in the Molten Core. Commentary is actually so epic. I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you, that helped. No problem, my guy. 5 men, ready to go. I think I want to throw you guys in a down sewers, yeah? In the sewer. Rook. I like Black Rook Hold. I just like the way the arena looks. Because in the original stuff, we got in the Grand, we got all that stuff. The good arenas. I hope the new arena will be one of the good ones, though. I feel like Maldraxxus was a good one. I liked it a lot. But then I realized it's like Tolvaron. It works as an arena for PvP, but it's not great for duels. I like Hookpoint a lot. I don't know how you guys feel about Hookpoint. I think Hookpoint is like Black Cold. I like that one a lot. Mogambala is way too big. The Kirin one is awesome, but you don't have dark mode unless you're like doing tournaments. If Kirin had a dark mode in automatically, I'd be okay with that. If Kirin had dark mode immediately, I'd be fine with that one. But that one is perfect, is awesome. Yeah. The new one, Zerg Mortis one, is cool as arena, but it's too big for duels. Yeah, so I'm a little sad about that. Also, how about I saw the magic damage back in the stagger? Yeah, I was thinking like there was no way it's gonna go live, right? Unless they were gonna give him like more passive mitigation. But it looks like Brewmaster is gonna stay basically as it is right now, but plus more tools, which I think is awesome. Because it was well designed from the get-go. You don't need to like reinvent the wheel. Some tanks don't need to be reinvented. Like that one had a good gameplay to begin with. Alright, so Twitch. We got us a Team 2 together with Ari charging out first on his red steed. Is that the Season 2 mode? I think it is, right? We got us Khan over as a Fire Mage over the Team 2. We got Goose, Skulking in the corner, Nukes waiting for his turn. We got Happy Cat, hey, joining in with Ari dropping down a big A-bomb, trying to use it to see if he can snuff out the rogue. If the rogue even touches anywhere near the A-bomb, he's gonna get infected with a disease. And Ari is essentially just using this pet as kind of like a minesweeper. He's just sweeping the ground with his pet. He got a constant disease swarm around him. If he just touches this rogue, he'll be able to get him. And Ari does dismount the last second. Looks like the A-bomb didn't really find him, but the A-bomb may end up getting to play in the future. Gonna be Ari sapping, get a sapped up by Ame. who's gonna go for immediate kidney shot into ICIBF. Literally deja vu from last game. Immediate transformation as the rogue goes for evasion, trying to see if he can dodge away from the abomination, but the whole army of the dead is attacking him. He can only dodge one of these pets at a time. He can either dodge the death knight or the pets, trying to see if he can slow him down with the chain of ice. The ghouls are attacking him. Gonna be Ari swinging around the corner, trying to see if he can herd the rogue back into the pets. Gonna be kidney shot onto Ari. Does he have the human ritual to break out of this one? I think holding on to it. Cheap shot onto Ari. Big damage from Ame. Immediately gonna be big defenses for Ari. I don't even know how Ame just reset. I don't know how he blinked away. I have no idea how he blinked away. I think this man is lagging a little bit. Disarm to Ari. Chain of Ice to follow. Is going to go for a flesh cut. It's going to be Rogue trying to see if he can go for an interrupt. Does get interrupted to Ari. I don't know if he tried to go for a flesh cut or not. Maybe he saw the Rogue getting away and the grippy hand kind of like gripped him in the worst time possible. Cheap shot onto Ari. Does Ari have a pet transformation? If he has a dark transformation, he could make the... take out this rogue right then and there. Gonna be the swarm joining in. That's dots and a death decay. The rogue is walking over. That's gonna be the pet being sacrificed immediately with a new one summoned up with a Legendborn for Ari. He tried to burn whatever relic power he's got in order to give himself a little bit more healing. Ami right behind him though. If only Ari looked over behind him, he would have seen a smoke bomb. He sees where Ami is at, sending out the pets at him. That's gonna be the ghoul charging out with the abomination also charging in. Cheap shot onto the transformation ghoul. That's gonna be the main pet stun up as well. With a resonator. Oh no, Ari. Oh no. All your pets get stunned. Ami literally cheap shotted all your pets. With nukes take him out within seconds. This rogue literally just stunned up your whole pet army. He cheap shotted your A-bomb. He's kidney shotted your main pet. He cheap shotted you down. What is this? This rogue literally went full CC mode on your pets. I mean, that's the only... I think Death Knight is the only class where you would probably do that, because, I mean, the Dark Transformation pet is scary, not gonna lie. The A-bomb, the big one, also can do quite a bit of damage over time, like with the dots, together with the cleaves that he does, like that will ramp up, and this man just like wants to have none of it. So it's really gonna be down to Athema, trying to see if he can fight Nukes. Nukes, I don't know what happened, but apparently this man already burned a Vendetta and a Trinket. So Atha may be able to get something to work here. Garrod out of Nukes as you're trying to go for a sap versus Atha. Get a shot. This rogue is going for escapes. This rogue is always looking for escape tools, man. Trying to play to his void of racial. Athaman with the Hand of Freedom, as Nukes does not have any more mobility. Glock shadows to follow, just someone to Atha. As long as Atha can stay next to the rogue, he may be okay. He can't cleanse himself of any of the poisons. Try to see if he can stay on top of him. Into a blind, this rogue is committing a lot of cooldowns just to escape Athaman. I mean, this is going to be probably good for Atha because now you can't use any of those defenses to stop Atha's burst, and the rogue still does not have a trinket. So the rogue is going to fall behind unless he can maybe get some kind of a turnaround onto Atha. I think it's still the ball in Atha's court. Does he see the rogue? I think he knows the rogue is there. Yep. Hits him with the Blade of Justice, hits him with slow immediately. Garrod, ambush, trying to go for a kidney shot. It's going to be Atha taking the kidney. Goes for human racial, stun into Nukes. Does he have the damage? Full wings to follow. Does he take him out? Just blasted right through him. Oh, and cleaved him down with a quick bonk of the big old hammer. Auto attack at the end. Taking him out. Did not want him out of the sight. Happy Cat maybe next? Potential Gloosh? Khan? Oh, a bit of a rematch between these two. Last time these two played each other, I think it was exactly the same similar thing. It was the rogue, then it was the mage. And Khan just hits him with a breath as Atha's out there bowing to him, trying to be super sports-like. The guy just hits him with a breath. What BM? Khan going in for a fireball, but actually just doesn't finish it. Athaman just kind of stuck in the circle, just can't do anything with this ring. That's a lot of rings, man. This man is literally Lord of the Rings. He's got the fire ring. He's got frost rings. All the rings, man. His absorb looks kind of like a deformed ring. Interrupt onto the poly as it's going to be Atha blasting him out. Actually getting quite a few procs with a wake of matches to follow. Khan may actually have to pop a defensive here. All the time as he gets blasted out, and Athaman knew exactly where he was going to be. Saying to blink just to see if he can escape Atham. But does he have anything left? He needs a breath or something, anything. Athaman just blasted this guy, interrupted him on that poly. Can Khan do anything? Is he actually going to have to use an Ice Block versus Athaman's basic auto attacks? He is! Athaman, I think he went for a different build. I think he did something different this time. I think he may be playing a little bit less survivable, maybe something more aggressive. I don't know what it is, but he definitely is doing something different, I feel like. That, or he's just hitting his buttons. Because they did buff Paladin's base sustained damage for PvP while nerfing the burst a little bit. Where I think at the end of the day, you are still pretty bursty. You just gain more sustain overall. Shield of Vengeance for Atha with the Aegis, trying to see if he can just Aegis through this combustion. Continuing to punish out the mage though. Unless the mage got another breath or something, anything. I think it may be over. Potentially cauterize, not completely over, but like definitely in a tight spot. All the time has the human racial for it just to make sure he can use all the time. Atha is aware that the mage is going to reposition. Does he have anything for shifting power? This is where the mage needs something from a shifting power. Cooldown reduction is massive here. Hasn't procced cauterize yet. Gonna be Ring of Frost. Athaman is gonna have to get frozen. That was a good Ring of Frost. It made Atha choose, like, we gotta either walk out or stay in, and Atha, while trying to make the decision, just couldn't really make it fast enough. Gonna be a judgment to break through the feed of Khan. Is gonna be able to still reach him. Oh my goodness. How do you reach him so far? I guess it has to be a final verdict, yeah? That's the only way you can reach him from like a 10-yard range. Breath by Khan onto Atha. Doesn't go for polymorph. And Khan is probably gonna get cauterized. Got him some shield for at the last second. There goes the cauterize with all the time. You may have cauterized. You may have all the time at the worst time though. Do you still all the time though? Oh, unfortunate. I was gonna say, like, did you all the time while at low health or high health? Because if you did it at low health, yeah, not much you can do there. Glush gonna be up next versus Atha. These two have just versus each other. Atha is walking into this one kind of fresh into this duel. Glush immediately gains Shadow Blades on that Shadow Strike, kill the Shadow to Atha. Does he force any cooldowns out of him? Resonator may force something. Not sure what. Bubble out of Atha. Needs to pressure Glush immediately. Stun to follow. Does Atha just going for most amount of damage? Trying to see if he can set something up. Wings to follow. And it's going to force a shadow evasion. Not cloak shadows, but trick an evasion out of Glush. Just trying to see if he can dodge as much physical damage from Atha. Them hammers are not going to connect. Judgment connects, but Hammer of the Righteous doesn't connect because I think it's physical damage. Or it's holy, but it's like programmed differently. Athaman hit with a kidney shot. Glush trying to see if he can reverse it back onto Atha. He does not have a Shadow Blades anymore, so actually Glush committed a lot of offensives. But he can just whittle Athaman out with a blind, resap, and a kidney shot, triple stuns, and maybe get a proc of Shadow Blades while he's stun locking Atha. Does the Paladin have human racial? I don't know. I wish I could see that. I think on Blizzard UI, like in the actual like tournaments, official ones, you can see it. Here we cannot. Kidney shot into Atha. No, did you get anything, dude, Bob? You may have to. You may have to, because I don't know. Do you want to find out if that of his crits or not? Because that last one crit, I don't want to find out either. I do not want to find out either. Glush does burn advantage here. Has a click of shadows. Maybe this is where Athaman gains back the human racial. At this point, like, I don't know. Or click of shadows. I was gonna say, or maybe an opportunity just to stun him right there. Seraphim for Atha does have a human racial. Stun into the rogue. Do you have anything to follow? This way you want to get the most procs, but he's just not getting the damage he needs. He's doing great burst onto the rogue. He's blasting him out, but he doesn't have the burst crits that he needs. Lots of resources, but doesn't get the value he needs. Shield of Menace is going to be the rogue breaking it, as I have Shadow Blades. Going to be Atha with the Aegis. Ah, but the Visitors are still flying right through. Cheap shot. Oh, it's over. Man, that is so rough. That's just like a back and forth with a rogue and a paladin, man. There's only so much you can do. Oh, Orc Boy joins in. I didn't even realize we had an Orc Warrior. Wait a second. Why does that transmog look kind of familiar? Why does that hammer look kind of familiar? Wait, charging out versus Glush, hitting him with a spear, trying to see if he can Blaze Storm past him. No evasion for the rogue, just blasting him out with the Blaze Storm. And evasion is going to be out for him. I think Glush is waiting to maybe lock down Orc Boy and a kid the shot. Wait, also, why is Happy Cat getting figured out? What is going on? Is it Kioska just going in messing with them? They have to know each other, dude. They have to know each other. Orc Boy having to wait out for Glush at this point. Dude, chat, is this Orc Boy, or is this just a guy named Orc Boy with the same mog? I can't tell. I haven't seen Orc Boy videos in a long while, man. Long while. Trying to see if he can go for a leap. Does get a charge back towards the rogue with a sharpened blades. Get a shot by the rogue. Does have a human racial. Does have a trigger for it. Disarm versus Glush. And Glush, I think, is trying to see if he can hold on to a defensive. Disarm onto the orc. I just trying to see if he may be able to blast out Glush. Just sees a couple more globals. That's going to be a quick shadow meld with a shadow step for Glush, though. Holding on to the vanish until later. Trying to see if he can pick himself up a little bit more food. And he's going to dive into cell, just making sure that bleed from Mortal Strike gets offset into the shield instead. Probably the worst matchup for Orgbo right now, honestly. Maybe he can Zerkers? Try to see if he can Zerkers versus Glush. As Glush trying to get himself a bit of food. This is where Orgbo is getting blasted out. Mad Eviscerates back to back. Oh my god. Oh no. Well, there it is. Oh no. That is super unfortunate. Oh, he's tiny now. Oh, he's so small. Why? Why is it so small? Gonna be Glitch taking him out. Man, he got all the crits with those eviscerates. That was incredible. Just literally crit after crit after crit. Yo, that's that guy lost me. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. I was like, wait, is that actually him? What the hell? Oh my god, Gloosh, what is going on? I love when somebody gets frozen or hit with an prison and they end up like, or in cap. Oh my god, Kiosk gonna blast it out. I was just gonna say, like, I like how when people get incapacitated, sometimes the characters get frozen in weird animations, but there goes Glitch, absolutely just blasted out Kiosk into a weird animation. Trying to see if we can put him into a dead animation. Jesus Christ, freezing trap at a Glitch ass. Kiosk just looking for a bit of recovery. 11 minutes into the duel, I'm actually close to like 12, 11:30. 40% dampener, so any healing you do is gonna be very, very limited. Extremely limited. Kiosk is looking to see if he may be able to fight through this rogue. He needs to make sure he is very, very accurate with his traps. He needs to make sure that his pet is ready to pounce with a stun, with intimidation. And it's got to be very, very quick on the draw. I feel like that's the only way he beats this rogue. Galoosh, I think, holds all the cards. My man Murray just keeps dropping down ring of pieces, though. I think that kind of put Galoosh out in the open. Not a big fan. Are we just gonna say that it was an accident? Yeah, we're just gonna bank it up to an accident. Did it accidentally? Didn't think about it. Steel traps around the corner. Glitch is gonna see if he can avoid the pet. Literally sees these traps. I guess maybe Kiosk will place him while he was in camo. So Glitch knows exactly what to do here. He's gonna eat a steel trap. Kiosk can try to see if he can get some dots around the corner. Those dots actually do quite a bit more damage now. Actually, even more Monkey's Bites do a lot of damage. Stun onto Glitch. Oh my god, Kiosk, what was that? What the hell? Kiosk just nuked that guy from orbit. I don't believe it. What? I've seen Kiosk burst. I've never seen him like one-shot somebody like that though. Did the planets align and you get like all the crits in the world? Did Blizzard somehow, did an intern accidentally fall asleep and like just knock over like a console, which turned a knob that buffed his damage by like 200% for a second before you like put it back? What happened there? Jesus Christ, let's go. Happy can try to see if he can maybe just maul down Kiosk, stunning him out real quickly. Rake to follow, just continuing the bites back to back. He just tried to put in as much pressure as possible before dampener really goes up. Happy can take big grenades back to back. The Kiosk is getting on tears of procs. Happy can try to see maybe go for a bit of a south heal, potentially even a flesh cut. Maybe looking to get interrupted. Bear form could be easily flesh cutted into Kiosk's face unless he's not a Necrolord. Big chain. Oh my god, Death Shock from Kiosk. Take it. Oh god. Oh, hello. Well, that's a way to end the duel. But damn! Kiosk just came back and blasted it! Oh! Who is this hunter? My goodness. Let's go! That's huge, Kiosk! What is that burst? What happened? What'd you do? How would you do that? How do you even do that? It's my favorite map. It is my favorite map, too. It is a good map. Alright, boys. Let's get another one going, yeah? Oh my god, after a duel like this, dude, I want to keep going for longer and longer. What the hell? What'd you do to that guy? Like, did everything crit? What happened? I don't know crazy shit of this map. Honestly, I feel like something about this map activates like a version of Kiosk that we usually like. Don't get me wrong, Kiosk is good. But this is like, Jesus, God mode activated. It's this 5 buff roll map. It's so good, you know what I mean? Like, you can have a rogue that's really good, but then you give that rogue a 5 buff roll. My god. Unstoppable. That's basically Kiosk on that map. My goodness, boys. What is that? What is that, dude? What the hell is that? That's so good. Boys, let me know if you're ready. If we're doing games I'm down, yes, Atho, I do want to do at least one more, man. At least one mas in there. At least one more, because I've been enjoying these, man. Oh. Yeah, new challenges for druids are out on my head. Hey! Like, new stuff planned or new? Because I saw that there's new stuff planned, Auntie, but I didn't know if it was like. Is it like just like new planned stuff like out, or does it like actually new changes happen this week, Auntie? Let me know. I'll peep them because I'll be doing some video stuff tonight. Probably take a look at the class changes. Incoming. Okay. So that's the blue post that was like, yo, changes upcoming. So those changes are already on Wowhead. Interesting. I'm excited. What map do I want to throw you into, boys? You guys done? You haven't done down sewers. Do I want to do down sewers? I did block the cold. Hook point. We're good at a hook point. I like Hook Point. I feel like it's one of those maps that's kind of like a Black Hold. Upcoming for Pharaoh Druid Challenge changes in Dragonflight Alpha. Awesome. Thank you so much, Angie, for letting me know. I'll take a look at it. Is it looking good though? Is it looking good? Crucible? Crucible is way too big, Chicago. I don't hate it personally. I think it's great for arenas. But as a dueler map, it's way too big. Hook Point good though. I like Hook Point because it's smaller and the pillars are kind of small-ish too. I feel like maybe if these pillars were a little smaller, that'd be nice. Fellow changes are mad. I love it. Oh, you guys are getting me excited. Hell yeah. Hell yes. I cannot wait to test them out then. Pretty decent actually. Not sickle sadly, but big bleeds instead. That's good to hear. Oh my god, you got me excited by saying big bleeds. Oh, I got shivers. Shimmers. I got shivers. I got shivers. I'm a mage, bro. I got shimmers. I'm shimmer shamming over here. What am I even saying, bro? I literally said I wanted to say shivers, but I said shimmers, and I'm looking at Khan playing Arcane. Maybe that's why I got shimmers in my mind. Switch. We got ourselves Amy Army over in Team 1, hanging out in the back. We got ourselves Atherman towards the front. Kiosko as well as Orgbar ready to go with Mercs out in the open. Got himself a trusty Trident. Look at actually a Trident in Hook Point, hunting down for some fish. That actually seems kind of fitting. Mercs getting hit with a cheap shot immediately, but that's gonna be Glooch just going in for a shiv. 14 right on top of him, trying to see if he can catch up to him, but does. Oh, just kind of rolls into a wall as this goes for a reset. What was that opener by Glooch, by the way? He Shadow Blades just to get a cheap shot onto Mercs. I don't understand. Is he just trying to build comp points? Or is he just... I don't understand why Shadow Blade did that. Can just shout onto Mercs, maybe potentially get some big damage. Resonant to follow, force him to trick it out of Mercs. That's gonna put Mercs behind the BDB down to Glitch with Elixir for follow. Gonna be bad, big damage out of Mercs. Actually, Glitch goes in for a trick advantage without any burning invasion, but looks like spinning crank kick almost catches him. Oh, if only Mercs knew just how close he was to this rogue. If only he realized just how close he was to this guy. If only he knew, like, if he just veered a little left instead of right, my goodness, he would have just been on top of him. It looks like Mercs is going to park himself into the arena, try to see if he can drag a kick out in the open, maybe see if he can catch Glitch, immediately karmas him with a jab as well as disarmament, but Glitch just doesn't want to go for a fight just yet, just trying to escape, Shadow stepping away, it's going to be fist for it to stop him, sprinting away from it. And this is where he goes in for a Shadow Strike as he goes in for a Shadow Dance, big Shadow Blaze to follow, massive damage on Mercs, oh my god, cheap shot, oh my goodness, putting in the work with Kiosko sending out a pet immediately versus Glitch. Trying to see if maybe the pet can keep him some company while he lays some traps for him. Over for the Team 2, and then we can introduce these boys. We got Nukes over here, we got us Happy Cat, we got us Khan playing Arcane, we got us Ari over here as well. Cloak of Shadows out of Glitch, again tried it with Kiosko. That's going to be Death Shotgun spinning right through him. Big grenades, that's going to be massive damage out of that Flanking Strike as Glitch goes in for a reverse onto Kiosko with a stun and try to see if he can get some counter pressure on him. Freezing Trap stopping his onslaught of Eviscerates. This is going to be a quick manning advantage for Kiosko, looking for the quick recovery, keeping Glitch out in the open, still trapped, needs to make sure there's a 100's mark on him at all times. Since Glitch does not have a Cloak of Shadows anymore. Gavin want to keep a 100's mark on the guy. Honestly. Blind to Kiosko as a grenade does connect, the pet gets hit with a slow, Glitch is looking for escape, looks like the pet does get a charge out, the Shadow Melt comes out from the rogue. This is where you want to make sure you have a 100's mark on him at all times. Does he have a 100's mark on him? Flare? Oh, almost catches him. Picking up the eyes pretty early on. Sending out the pet at him immediately. So he must have already had 100's mark on him, right? That or he kind of more or less knew where he was. Steel Trap getting avoided. Pet's down over the other side of the arena. Gonna be Kiosko with the Resonator right next to him. Freezing Trap for Glitch. Does feign death the last second. Using feign death, he basically immunes a lot of that Resonator damage. Because during feign death for like a 1.5 seconds, you get like 99% of this damage taken. Gonna be a Death Shackle versus Glitch. Has no evasion, but no stun to follow. Does go for a re-stealth. Again, no 100's mark by Kiosko. You really need to make sure you use 100's mark versus Glitch. You need to make sure you use 100's mark. Harpoons him out in the open. I don't know how you even found him, but he does catch him in the last second. I don't even know how you see him. But he does catch him with the freezing trap immediately for Artie as he goes in with a swarm. Charges out. Gets rusted. He's like, I hate hunters. You can literally just see it on his face. Yeah, like this is a 100's mark. You can see that he has a 100's mark on him. So you definitely didn't have a 100's mark on Glitch. The big arrow above Ari's head, that shows you that he has a 100's mark on the guy. So how'd you see Glitch? You just walk by him in the last second, just smelled him, harpoons into a random direction, just catches him by accident. That is so good though. That's actually so good. Kioska trying to see if he can escape Ari as Ari's summoning up even more pets. Got the big A-bomb. Main pet, no longer transformed. Maybe has himself a setup where the army of the dead, the real big army, is ready to charge and ready to go. Ari just needs to close the gap. Does get the army rolling in, but Kioska's gonna hit him with a stun reversal as well as a flank strike. But Ari, since he's just surrounded by his pets, all the homies, he's just looking to charge up and march towards Kioska. Kioska needs to use that tar trap to slow down these pets and mitigate and reduce the amount of damage he's taken from those pets as best as possible. Quick feint death. Ari needs to have better pet control. His pet needs to start attacking Kioska, but I think maybe the pet taunt, maybe the raptor taunted the ghoul, and the ghoul just cannot respond to commands of Ari, so Kioska gets an opportunity to actually get himself a little bit of healing. Kioska has great pet control. That pet taunt on the pet of Ari, it's perfect. Stun on Kioska though. The ghoul transforms, back-to-back stuns into Kioska. The ghouls continue to rampage. If the ghoul is just continuing to damage Kioska unabated, this could be really bad. Trying to go for manic benefits, but the ghoul's still there next to him. It's just good control by Ari. Once the ghoul's transformed, this is where you want to make sure it's maximizing its value. And he kept making sure that the ghoul is on target to take down the hunter. Atherman charging out. We got the epic battle of Uther, or the avatar of Uther, versus the avatar of Arthas himself. Ari trying to see if he may be able to find a way to tussle versus Atham. Atham doesn't wait to stun all these pets though. Wake of Ashes is just going to stun all of your ghouls. Going to be the Army of the Dead joining him. Ari could maybe drop down the A-bomb next to Atham, trying to keep him slow with a chain of ice, but Atham has a way to break out of it with a hand of freedom. The antithesis of both of these classes is just epic to watch. Big stun into Ari, does save a human racial, dropping down to AMZ. Atham is looking for a bit of self-survivability, so is Ari, and Ari is looking just to escape away from Atham. Did you sacrifice your pet, or did your pet get blasted out by the burst of the paladin? I think it might have been one of the two. The pet transforms, stun into Atha, grippy hand to follow. The paladin could be in a bit of trouble. Blind to try to see if he can escape. Blinding his foes and escaping into the light as Ari is chasing after him with a grippy hand. Athaman looking for a little bit of a fear onto the main goal. That's actually so useful. If you could fear that goal, it basically puts it like just out of the game. The earlier you can do it, the better. It's such a the tool has very little use, but when you do get to use it, it's nutty. It's so good. It was so good for the Mage Tower. Quick interrupt as Atha is trying to see if he can use turn evil onto the Abomination, who just continued to cleave right through Atha. Full Army of the Dead joins in as Ari trying to see if he just continues the onslaught. Atha's playing defensive. He has plenty of big cooldowns to help him survive, but he's trying to see if he can just not give up any of them. He's trying to see if he maybe can use just consistent healing in order to survive this. Needs to give himself some healing at some point in the future though. More goes joining in. That's going to be also a execute onto Atha. Wait, Atha almost died. Oh my god, Ari had set up with his steward said. The execute buff together with a Soul Reaper. If that thing crit, Atha would have been dead. So it's good that Atha had a bubble there. He got very, very lucky. Definitely maybe should have bubbled a little bit earlier. That's going to be an instruct on the Holy, but the Flesh Cap is going to help Athaman recover a little bit. As Ari tried to set up maybe another execute on Atha. If he can transform his pet and set up another execute, he could potentially get him over the edge as he summon up even more ghouls. Athaman could be in a bit of trouble if that is an execute effect on him. That could be pretty bad. Stun into Ari, does he have any outs? He does have IBF in case he needs to, but does he choose to IBF it? He decides, I'm not seeing wings out of Athaman. I'm not going to use it right then and there just yet. I'm just going to keep the pressure on the guy as best as possible. Death Pact is up as Ari just trying to give himself as much health as possible, giving himself quite a bit of maximum health without really way to heal for it, for at least for a little bit. AMS to try to see if he can live through wings. AMZ for all his pets as well as his own health. That's going to be a grippy hand, you know, to see if he can fight through him. The Blessing of Protection, blind onto Ari, but doesn't send him for too long. Athaman, he can only do so much, but that's a lot of magic damage just cleaving right through. The Blessing of Protection, the pet is just attacking him. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance as well as a Aegis. And oh, Athaman just turns it around. I honestly thought Ari was going to maul him down, but Athaman just continued to get the damage rolling over and over and over. Committed a lot versus the Death Knight, but does end up winning that one with nukes taking him out with a quick resonator just dropping it down on his feet. Man, there it is. Orc Boy charging out versus Rogue, leaping right on top of him. I feel like they should have found him there. I feel like that should have been the way to find the guy. That is super unfortunate. Talk about unfortunate. Leaping right next to him, Blazestorm to follow, trying to see if he can fire nukes. And does cleave him a little. 8 minutes into the duel, we are heading into the 23% dampener, boys. Orc Boy can't heal. So that's going to make it that much harder for him to really recover unless he's playing the second wind build. And you know he's Kyrian, unless he plays Necrolord. I don't know, it's going to be a hell of a match, honestly. 9 minutes into the duel, the rogue opens up with a Garrote, immediate disarm. Orc Boy is just left without a weapon. Basically naked. Since he doesn't have much of a mock, what he's wearing the mock anyway. Leaping around the corner, charging onto nukes, does reposition, spirits will follow. Nukes, he's gonna cloak of shadows and evasion out of this one. Hasn't been done in case he wants to burn it. That's gonna be avatar available for Orc Boy. Quick Fear versus nukes. Try to see if he can just bonk him down. He's gonna go for his quick sippy just to remove all these dots, but Orc Boy is suffering right now. He's not in a great position. Whatever rage he's got, he can offset it into a ignore pain, but he can only ignore the pain so much. So hold on to a trinket. That is actually all the defensive auto nukes that were used. As long as you're able to prevent the rogue's vendetta, you'll be in a fantastic spot. He has a trinket, he has parry, he has everything he needs. Get in the shot, this is where I think you're going to be expecting a big vendetta. And no vendetta just yet. Nukes is trying to see if he can bail out of it, letting the dots do work. Oakboy does pick up a little bit of health from nukes. I think he's playing the impended victory, right? He has to be. It's going to be Void of Friendship for nukes. Trying to see if he can shadow step to him, parry up, and it's going to be the Void of just to get out of there. Very well done, but a leap around the corner as Orgman trying to see if he can charge out towards nukes. He no longer has evasion or anything. That's why Orgman could potentially go for the most amount of damage. Get a shot, Bladestorms out of it, but it actually could be nukes going for a vendetta here. But does he burn it? Vanish, and Orgboy just rotting down to these dots. I think it's over. Oh my goodness, that is so rough. Just the dots rotting the boy down. That's tragic. Nukes is going to be going versus Ame. Ame spots him. I don't even know how he spotted him. I guess maybe there's still a bleed rolling on nukes. Put him out in the open. Ame does not waste any time. Get a shot immediately reversal back to Ame with the Resonator. Does he burn a trinket for this one? He burns the trinket last second. Cloaking shot is a little late. I think Resonator still slapped him in the face, and Nukes goes in for a blind and reset. Wait, because Nukes potentially do this. He has a vendetta rolling on Ame. If he goes in early enough, looks like he's just going to back up out of that. I was going to say, if you go in with a kidney shot early enough with a 20-second vendetta, you may be able to get some value on those dots, but like, no, he's just going to back up out of there completely. And actually, it's so weird, Chad, that in Dragonflight, you're not even going to have vendetta. I just thought about it. We don't even have vendetta in Dragonflight. We have a Deathmark, which I actually like a lot more. I think it gives you a lot more resources. It's still very single target focused, but at least it gives you a little bit more like bleed focused interplay, which is, I kind of love it. It makes bleed builds a lot better. That's interesting. I think it makes poison builds and burst builds a little bit less so, but there's already tools in order to focus on those. So I guess it kind of like, it becomes a good ability, I'd say. Nuke just kind of hanging out by the eye. Ame out in the open, roaming. Whichever one finds the other, without either one of them having a trinket, whoever gets the first stun, as long as it can be cooldowns, I think they win. But now Ame holding on to his Shadow Blades. He's ready to go. He's just driving to get nukes down in the stun. And he's an Orc, so he's going to sit stuns less. For nukes, he may have to use a couple of combo and builders in order to get himself a full kidney shot ready. But it's going to be nukes just waiting for Ame, going in with a cheap shot immediately. Kyrian burst to follow, just swiping the shield away. Going to be Resonator to follow right after him. Triple cheap shot into nukes. Does he have the viscerance he needs? And it's going to be a vanish as Ame just decides to vanish out just to make sure that the rogue can't find him. And quickly just chops it down with an Eviscerate right afterwards. Khan is going to be up next as a Kyrian, as an Arcane Mage over for the team 2. I don't know if he's Kyrian though. Although I do love Kyrian Mage. I think it's really, really good. It's like very, very cheesy, very hard to pull off. But when it does work, it works really well. And Khan, he sees where Ame is at. I think Ame is trying to see if he can force the mage back behind the pillar with him. I think he wants to play the pillar game. I think he wants to run circles with the guy. I don't think he wants to open up on him out in the open. I think that's exactly what's happening. So Khan knows this. I mean, what can he really do, right? I guess he can maybe put Alter Time, Blink in there or something, or be patient until the road comes to you. Cheap shots back to back as Khan is going to lock down for a second. Nova to follow. Does Khan have the damage he needs? I don't really know what happened with the Blink. I'm not sure exactly where he went. Maybe there was an Alter Time. But Khan is actually having to go for an Iceberg really early on, as the rogue just kept pushing. The rogue just relentless. Just kept pushing damage back to back into the mage, forcing him out into an ice block. Does Khan have any more moves though? He got him some shields. He's not giving up completely. He has Invis. He could use the Invis in order to reduce the damage by 60%. So he does have that as a defensive. But unlike playing Fire Mage, he no longer has a way for him to... What am I trying to say? He no longer has a way for him to like have another cheat death effect. Ice Block is the only thing he really had. That's the only way he could really cheat death. But now I could actually like cauterize, proper way to like cheat death mechanic. Sap it to Khan. Does Ahmed take him out right here? Khan at some point is gonna have to make a play. All the time up really early, so he does have a defensive. He's gonna try to see, was that a human racial? I think it might have been a human racial. Try to see if he can pressure Ahmed a little bit with those barrages. I think eventually the all-time is gonna put him in a different spot though, or maybe not. Ahmed kind of charged out, add the orb. Does get hit with a slow. This is where Khan at some point just needs to get some kind of CC onto Ahmed. Maybe a Nova with a polymer to follow. Ahmed does go for a quick shiv. That's gonna be invis for Khan. He may have to walk into the smoke bomb though, but he doesn't want to. He really does not want to. The rogue catches over resell for a second with his shadow trick immediately versus Khan. That's gonna be a kidney shot. No blink available. I think it may be just, oh my god. This rogue's eviscerate just chopped him up. Didn't even give him a chance. With Happy Cat gonna be up next, trying to see if he can AoE out the rogue. As the rogue goes in with immediate cheap shot, trying to see if he can break through the flesh cut of Happy Cat. Flesh cut holding on strong together with Bark Skin. As we're heading into that 60% dampener, boys. Sap and Happy. Oh my god, the control of this rogue. The control of this madman. I just can't believe it. Look at this guy. Blasted out through the mage. And then complete control of Happy Cat. Cheap shots into Saps, man. Doesn't even give him a chance. Doesn't even give him an opportunity. What is this? And Happy Cat still holding on to a flesh cut for just a little bit longer. Until the rogue goes in. Shadow Blades randomly procced. Randomly practice Shadow Blades out of that one. Get a shout out to Happy Cat while they're out of form. This is a perfect opportunity for Mame to make a play. I think enabled the actual Shadow Blades this time. Gonna be a big berserk out of Happy though. Trying to see if he can walk down Ame as Ame goes in for a Kyrian in order to remove all those bleeds. Absolutely just perfectly played. This way Happy just to reapply those bleeds back up, but the whole tiers of bleed is just completely gone. I don't know if Happy's playing a Necrolord or whatnot. Are you a Necrolord? You are a Necrolord. Trying to go for Cloak of Shadows versus Ami, but Ami with the Cloak of Shadows was able to bypass it. Does gain an interrupt onto Happy. Thorns is up, dropping down Resonator next to him. Happy can't get out of this one. Only Barskin left. Oh my goodness. This rogue is vicious. There it is. Wow, that actually was really, really good. Very well played by the rogue at the end. Very well played, boys. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves another going, yeah? Terror Open Wounds, New Sound, row 5. Primal Wrath consumes up to 4 seconds of rip damage on targets it hits. A deal 75% damage instantly. Really? Wait, that's actually really cool. Wait, that's actually really cool interplay with bleeds. If you consume a portion of your bleeds as part of your damage, that could be pretty cool. It's bursty, but it is gonna make Feral really, really good for AoE. Jesus Christ. That looks really good. PvE actually might be fun. First time for Ferals, yeah? Oh no, actually, if I want to be fair, Ferals did have good PvE, like Legion, but like that was a year ago, 6 years ago. Oh. Wait, also, weren't Ferals like OP back in BFA when corruptions became a thing? Because you could always like root your thing from beyond every single time, so you could like really stack up corruptions and do giga damn. Like, you did okay, damn, but it's like you were the only class who could really take advantage of like so many corruptions. They gave you like a little bit of an advantage, but not by much. Everyone was a BFA. That's true, but like Fire Mages and Industrial Warlocks were giga, you know what I mean? Out of all the classes. Clouds of Shivara is fun and WoD. Yeah, I feel though the Clouds of Shivara was a bad direction because then they made Feral all about the bite. Because previously Feral had bleeds. A quite important portion of the damage was damage over time. Like back in Mob, dots was important, was the emphasis. Bites definitely had a place, but dots and raw damage was really, really important and emphasized. In Shivara, they really made that bite do a lot more damage, and the whole WoD design, they really made the bite heavy Feral instead of bleed heavy. In some cases for PvP, Ferals were like, it's not worth pulling or ripping somebody unless you just don't have any burst at all, just want to put something on them. But it was like literally worthless in some cases, like don't even put a rip, it's just not even worth the damage numbers in some cases. Sasha, I'm down to keep going if you want to go. We'll see if Atha has a group, man. I'm down to keep going though. Rogue was disgusting if only could play mine as good. Rogue's disgusting if only could play mine as good. Yeah, Rogues are incredible. So I'm really hoping that maybe Feral Druids anti will go back to like a bleed heavy playstyle. I'd be very, very happy with the one back to heavy bleeds. Personally. Because I miss it. I miss it. But yeah, Arthur, if you got a group, my guy, let me know. We'll get ourselves another 5V5 1v1 because I'm down to go again. I don't know what arena I'm going to queue you guys into this time, but we'll figure it out, right? We haven't done Dalaran sewers. Done for the night. Don't know if the group will form GG's. Alright, Atham. We'll give it 5 minutes. If a second group forms, chat, with Athaman, maybe like remnants of Athaman's group form, we can maybe give it a try. Or actually, no, chat. I think we'll call it there. It's about 7:36 anyway. We had ourselves a good 2 hours of duels, which is what we usually do. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all so much for coming out to these 5V5 1v1 duels. I cannot wait to host these over on the Dragonfly beta or on the PTR with all the new class changes, man. I think it's going to revitalize the meta, the playstyles, and I think it's going to be so good. I am very excited to see what kind of builds people come up with. I think it's going to be so good seeing a variety of different builds. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. You guys are awesome. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. Thank you so much for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, we're gonna be hosting these duels over for the NA. And we'll see how they do. Hopefully we'll have my boy Chicago, maybe Seavark in there, maybe a Chill Pills, the regular boys in here. Join up for them 5V5 1v1 duels. But I cannot wait to have these over on PTR, to have EU and NA compete, and over on the beta. Cannot wait. Alrighty, boys. You guys have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see all of you guys tomorrow for another live stream. Alrighty, you guys take it easy. 2R4 always dueling godlike people. Yo, it's something fun, man. Always fun dueling these godlike people. Dude, it's so enjoyable watching you guys play. Watching some of the best compete against the best. I think it's my favorite, honestly. Have a best now. Yo, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. Everybody, hope you guys enjoyed. GG's, and I'll see all of you guys in the next live stream tomorrow. Be there to root for the NA boys, man. I want to end you guys off with a good song. What is this thing? That's a good song. That's a good song to end it. What? Just do? Pause it? Wow. I gotta get more sleep, man. I'm gonna try to get some work done and get proper sleep tonight. Alright, you guys, Orgboard says regards. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you. Super fun having a celebrity in the duels. Alright, boys. You guys take it easy. Peace.
Your relationships are never meant to last. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on. Moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.